Well, good morning and welcome to the second semi-finals at the 2021 the US Open. And the winner of the clash this morning between the Florida Scorpions and the US All-Stars, they have a date later tonight with the Somerset Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have won this tournament twice in the last 4 years. So whoever wins here, they will have a battle on their hands. Joining me at the toss, right to my right, is a big lady around here. She's a CFO of Cricket Council USA. Of course, she is Samantha Qureshi, and with her, a future president of Cricket Council USA, Sahil. Sophia is here as well, decked off in her US All-Star. It's no secret who she's supporting this morning. Rob Masrur from Cricket Council USA, of course, our great friend Danny Khan, and next to him, Kyle Kutzer, and he's the captain of Scotland, but I think today he prefers to just be the captain of the Florida Scorpion. And of course, I left the best for last. Muhammad Ali Khan. Happy birthday, sir. Today is his birthday. Yes, he's finally reached the age of 19. So we see how that goes. Kyle has the coin and he will toss. Heads is a call. Well, Ali, if you can just join me here. You want to toss?
We would like to bowl first.
This birthday has started well.
Yeah, so far so good.
What would be the best birthday present today?
I guess winning this game and then going on to the final and win that one. So that will be a good present, yeah.
You have a well-oiled unit, good leadership. What else you have to do today?
You know, just doing the basics right. We are gelling in as a great unit and we had good success so far. So really looking forward to this big game. It's a really good side that we are up against. So we will have to bring our A game to come through.
All the best we wish you today.
Thank you.
And of course, Kyle, the unluckiest guy in the world. But they say when you have talent, you don't need luck. You've lost the toss yet again.
Yeah, look, that hasn't quite gone our way. But look, our team's full of excellent cricketers, and look, you've got to try and be adaptable as much as you possibly can, and play to the conditions as best you can. So look, we've got a fantastic team, and I'd back our side to win whether we bat or bowl first.
Yeah, of course, you're batting first. What sort of target you think is appropriate on a track like this, given the midday?
I guess you have to try and figure out the conditions as quickly as you can. But the last couple of days, the scores have been very high, so we'd expect a reasonably high scoring game, I would say. But there has been a bit of moisture in the earlier games, so that'll certainly come into play. So we have to try and adapt to that and try and put on as big a total as we possibly can.
Well, we want to wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, a great guy there, Kyle Kutzer. News from on pitch side is that the US All-Stars, they've won the toss and they'll be bowling first.
Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to everyone here at MAQ TV.com. Here we have it, day 8 and the final day at the 13th edition of the US Cricket Open. We have semi-final number 2 coming up here. It's the Florida Scorpions versus the US All-Stars. And it was the All-Stars who won the toss. They've put the Scorpions into field. And it's going to be a great match here. We saw semi-final number 1 being played last night, and it was the Cavaliers who beat the Clarion County Eagles by just the 1 run in the end. It was a really exciting finish down to the last ball. And so whoever wins this game is going to be meeting the Cavaliers in the final this afternoon. So it's going to be Fidel Edwards who will take the ball first, as you can see, just stretching his legs a little bit here. Enjoying the Florida sunshine as we all have been over the past week. And with my pale skin, I've managed quite well not to burn yet, which is an achievement for myself. And I'm here with Ivor Henry. Good morning, Ivor. How are you?
I am well, and you? How about you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. I managed to rest my voice a little bit last night, so hopefully everyone can understand me a little bit better today.
And hopefully you'll make it through the day. Day number 8. This is the grand finale. This is where the curtain comes down. Second of the semi-finals. First one was done and dusted yesterday. So it's a pleasant good morning here under blue skies, a few clouds here and there, but no immediate threat of rain. We never know. So on a Monday, it's the final, Sasha.
And here comes Edwards bounding in for the first ball, and that's played nicely by Leverock just down on the leg side, and they will start with a single.
Yes, so we're on the way, Florida Scorpions, trying to make their way into the finals for today. I want to say a pleasant good morning to Leon Francis of the Cricket Show. He's up bright and early, and I guess he's going to enjoy a full day's play of cricket here in this, the 13th edition of the US Open.
So Leverock and John Simpson at the crease for the Scorpions. As we said, this is the semi-final, so these guys are going to be putting everything into it to get the win and make it into the grand final later today. And that again is just pushed onto the leg side, and it'll be another single. So both Leverock and Simpson on one of their first deliveries.
Yes, and a pleasant good morning to Lenny Archibald over there in New York. He would have graced us with his presence, the man with the golden voice, the man, we call him a walking encyclopedia. He knows everything about the US Open from day 1 even until now, even in his absence. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, a big shout out to Lenny, who's been brilliant over the last few days. We will sorely miss him today, but I'm sure he will be listening in and watching very keenly as Edwards back in again, and that's going to be a wide, and it looks like they're going to get just the single off it as well. So 1 wide there for the Scorpions, and after 2 deliveries, 2 legal deliveries as we like to say, the Scorpions move on to 4 runs.
Yeah, they would have added 1 to the total because the ball eluded the wicket keeper, so it's 2 wides. That's going to be documented in the scores book. So I want to say good morning to the official score here, Wadi. He's been at it from day 1. Just like the umpires, even more so than the umpires, he have to look at every single delivery. This one is up in the air, and we're going to have the first maximum of this day semi-finals.
Yeah, John Simpson getting a hold of that there. I think it was a little bit top edge, but it went really high in the air. And as you can see, watch it again. Yeah, a little bit off the top edge there, but he's got a hold of it, and it's gone all the way for the first 6 of day 8.
Yes, we're playing on pitch number 1, so the boundary would have been a little closer to where that ball would have landed. So we started with pitch number 1, and we're going to be ending with pitch number 1. I don't see them changing the pitch to play on number 2.
Yeah, so the Florida Scorpions move on to double figures here, 10 for no loss. Simpson on strike as Edwards comes in again, and swing and a miss. That's a good ball from Edwards, wide of Simpson, and he just tries to play it onto the offside, but no luck there, and the score stays at 10 after 4 deliveries.
Yes, taken there neatly by wicketkeeper Ramden, And like I said, one little blemish from him this morning with that wide. He was down the leg side. He just eluded him. But I still consider Dennis Ramsden to be the best glove man in the West Indies.
I'm sure he'll be very grateful for you to be saying that. And he has played really nicely over the tournament. He's taken some lovely catches and he's been quick behind the stumps, as has John Simpson for the Scorpions. So it's going to be a good battle here between these two sides. Simpson facing Edwards again, and that one's just played onto the leg side. There is a man out there who's going to come round, and they get an easy double run there.
Yes, indeed. It seems as if he's conserving energy already, the man on the deep backward square leg, because the winner of this match going to go on to play the Cavaliers 22 yards in the finals. And I was speaking about Ramsden and keeping. We would have remembered that quick down the leg side stumping when he would have gotten Taylor. Stumped down the leg side. In that inning, they would have, himself and Hemwedge would have got the 93 runs in the power play record here in the US Open.
So last delivery of the first over, and that's going to be a wide. So we're going to have another one. Let's see if Edwards can keep it slightly more on line.
And that's why I keep saying one legal delivery left, because you can bowl several after that. So I'm going to say it now. There's one legal delivery left in over number 1. It's 13 without loss.
So here comes Edwards once more. Simpson still the man on strike, and this one is just played again onto the leg side, and they will finish the over with a single. So Simpson moves on to 10, Florida Scorpions move on to 14, and quick break while we swap ends.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit maqgroup.com.
So back for the second over of the All-Stars bowling attack, and it's going to be John Russ Jagassar into the attack, and he has bowled really well this tournament. He's got quite a few wickets, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to continue in that vein in this game today.
Yes, well, not a bad first over. 14 runs coming from it, so we're still in the power play. It's going to be all of 6 overs of power play, but we're starting with spin from the southern end. Bowling around the sticks, and there's a bowling chance there. It was struck back to him. He should have taken that. It's early in the day, but of course, came back at pace. But at this level, he should have taken that. Seemed to be in a spot of bother.
Yeah, that came right off the toe end of Simpson's bat and straight back to Jagassar, who, as we said, missed it, and they managed to get a couple there. So Simpson 11 off 6 and Scorpions 16 for no loss. So
that's his bowling hand at that. So let's hope for his sake and his team's sake, the US All-Star, that he will not be affected by that. This one coming in with the arm from around the stumps, and he's having a whack at this one down the ground. Feel it there in the long on position. Briskly moves on to 17 for no loss.
Leverock on strike now. He's 1 off 1. Just getting his gloves tightened and stretching before he faces the likes of Jagassar. Right arm around the wicket. Here he comes again. And that has not gone very far, and they won't get any runs from that. So good bowling here from Jagassar.
Yes, good start to the proceedings. Started off with a drop chance, and he has held the rein so far.
It's another hot day here in the Sunshine State, and you can see there is a nice breeze coming across east to west, so that will hopefully keep the fielders a little less hot than they would have wanted. And that is a big appeal. And is there going to be a confusion? Is there going to be a run out? Not a great throw from the fielder there. The batters met in the middle. Both of them not entirely sure if they were going to go for the run or if they were going to go back. Watch this again here. Big appeal. Umpire says no. Both of them get to the middle. Are they going to go? No. And Simpson has to get back quickly as the throw comes in. And ball number 5, that's gone straight up into the air, and it's going to be out. So wicket falls. Leverock goes for 1. And the Scorpions fall to 17 for 1 in just the second over.
Yes, it seems as if Leverock was looking a way to get out. That previous delivery with the run out, both batters were in a chance to get run out, but in the end, a soft dismissal. Leverock just faced somewhat 3 deliveries, and he didn't look the part this morning. I'm not too sure if he realized that he has to play this game, and to win means simply he will be in the finals. But nonetheless, it's early days yet. It's 17 for 1. The loss of that wicket means that McLeod comes to the wicket.
Yeah, as we were saying, Jagisar has bowled really nicely in this tournament, getting a few wickets every game, and he has started off really nicely, getting the wicket of Leverock, and we all know that Leverock can have a good swing at that ball, so the All-Stars would be really thrilled to have got him out early doors. 1 ball left in the over, only 3 from it and a wicket, so Jagisar, as always, is keeping this really tight. He actually got man of the match last game.
Yes, indeed. But as I was saying, the running between the sticks with the previous delivery is not one that came out of the coach's manual. It was yes, no, and in the end, even the non-striker, a direct hit would have been interested. A ball does not become dead upon an appeal, and I thought the concentration would have deserted them there. But anyway, back to live cricket.
McLeod on strike there and misses his first delivery. So at the end of over number 2, Florida Scorpions 17 for 1.
Which indeed is the latest score here at the Central Broward Stadium. And I'll tell you, it's a good time for a Mad Hatter coffee and tea break. And you'll have to get your mushroom elixir. How about if you can get that urban myth? I prefer the third eye chai. It's lovely, and there's never a bad time to have a cup of tea.
Over number 3 here on day 8 of the 13th edition of the US Open, and Fidel Edwards is going to be continuing bowling here. He went for 13 off his first over. He's going to want to make sure he doesn't leak as many runs this time. And Simpson on strike, and that is going to race away to the fine leg boundary there. And great shot from Simpson. Scorpions move up to 21 for 1.
Yes, the fine leg up in the circle, and I think they're going to make the adjustment now. But that one was badly lined. It was always touch and go outside the leg stump. Could not have gotten an appeal, successful appeal there, because it was touching down outside the leg stump. He just had to get some willow in it, which he did, and a good looking shot. Fidel, he's better than that. He has gone for some 17 runs, and he's just in over number 2.
Bounding in again, Edwards, and that's a better line there. Simpson plays it onto the offside this time, and no run from it. So after the 4 to start, it's a dot ball.
Yes, he stands up straight and he punches it to the extra cover and can't score. That's a better line, but it's always a little bit of trick when you have a left-right combination, because those balls that are pitched outside the leg stump to the left-hander would have been perfect deliveries for the right-hander. So he cannot get too straight, but he has got to try to get it on stump, because anything down the leg side, well, there's coverage on the fine leg boundary, so he might get away with one. Here it is into the legs again, and he's covering up nicely but can't score. So Fidel has come back well. He has gone for plenty. Just in his second over, he has gone for 17 already, but the overall score is 21 for 1.
Simpson will be on strike again. He is making the most of the deliveries on offer. He's 16 off 10 so far. And Fido Edwards just taking his time to get back to the top of his run-up, wanting to make sure that his head's in the right space. As we said, this is a do-or-die match. And here he comes again. And again, just played onto the offside by Simpson. Nice running there, quick single. And McLeod will be facing Edwards for the last, well, penultimate ball of his second over.
And you'll hear this throughout the day of this match. The winner stays and the loser goes home.
Exactly. Winner takes it all, as they say.
Yes, the winner will be facing the Cavalier 22 yards, who's sitting up, perhaps taking in this on the telly.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be wanting to have a look at what their opposition can offer. And they will be making their way to the ground fairly shortly, I'd imagine, making sure they get a good warm-up. It'll be interesting to see how the final goes, because as you can probably tell, one of these teams is going to be going back-to-back. So it'll be interesting to see whether that's advantageous or to a disadvantage to them. And here comes Edwards.
That's what we're talking about. That would have been a wide to the left-hander, and you see touchdown beautifully for the right-hander.
Yeah, moving away from McLeod there. Let's watch that one more time.
Perfect delivery, except that he didn't get a nick to Ramdin or the off-stump pegged back. But that one, reverse swing already in this morning. He's going away from the batter. And Fidel still looks good. He made his comeback, showing his ways here last year in the US Open, number 12. And he got a call-up from the West Indies. So he still looks fit as a fiddle.
And here he comes again, last ball of his second over. He's gone for 18 so far, so I'd say fairly expensive. And McLeod can't do a lot about that, and it will be another dot ball. So good finish to the over from Edwards. And at the change of overs, it'll be a good time for us to take a quick break.
th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
So it's going to be John Rush Jagasar to continue. He's taking a wicket in his last over.
Simpson on strike again. He's 17 off 11. And Jagasar comes in. And that is swiped nicely down to long off. Long on, apologies. Left and right hand. Combination confusing me as much as the bowlers. And they'll just get the single from it. So, good start from Jagasar.
Yeah, good aggressive shot there. You see it here on screen. It was aerial for a minute. But good knockdown there by the man down here on the long on boundary. He kept it down to 1. So for the first time, we're going to have McLeod facing John Rush Jagasar. Oh, and he's sweeping from outside of the off stump and doing it well. Gets a boundary.
Yeah, that was a nice looking shot there from McLeod. Jagasar really economical in his first over and has let a boundary go. He hasn't let many boundaries go in the tournament, but that is a fine shot from McLeod, who moves on to 4 runs off his 4 deliveries.
Yes, indeed. The 2 boundary riders on the deep backward square leg and the long on, but he swept and swept well. He took it from outside of the off stump. He was in no danger of getting out LBW. I mean, a top edge, the first slip might have been in play, but he swept well. Doing some house cleaning this early in the morning, sweeping. 27 for 1. So let's see the comeback delivery from John Russ. Bowls over the stumps. Down the leg side, that one was poorly lined. So that was a gift. His Christmas came early. That's McLeod. And a similar shot. And he got the exact reward in which he was searching for. Back-to-back boundaries. Here it is. So on replay, there's no one would have been in view of the camera to really stop that from going over the boundary. 31, we're in the 30s now, 31 for 1. McLeod goes on to 8, keeping company with Simpson, who is on 18 from 12. All-Star would have won the toss and elected to field first. The winner of this match are going to be having to do a double. So I guess they're going to be conserving energy along the way, but still wanting to win. This time he's pulling out the switch hit and gets a single.
Yeah, McLeod looks like he's playing the ball nicely here. He's got a couple of lovely fours off Yagasar, and as I was saying earlier, not a lot of batsmen have managed to get him away for a boundary, let alone 2 and 2 balls. So Callum McLeod will be pleased with that as Yagasar comes in for his 5th delivery. It'll be John Simpson facing. Simpson 18 off 12, and he's been seeing the ball nicely so far today.
Yes, these two are going in confident with a partnership of 15. There was an early wicket. This time he's going big. He's going over the cow corner.
And that was very close to being a 6. I believe it was a 4. Yes, 4 called, and it's a no ball. So that is going to have to be bowled again.
Let's see the replay. Let's see the replay. Let's see the replay.
4. It's been given a 4, but it looked very close to the rope. So
yeah, that looks very, very close. If he's touching the rope, it is 6. Yes, that is 6. That ball would have hit the rope. That ball would have hit the rope. So I think we should get the umpires to change that decision.
Yeah, very close. Cool there.
It bounced off the rope, and you can see it bounced up. Yes, and here it is now with the technology to assist. That's a 6, and the cardinal sin. The spin bowler bowling in no ball. So it's going to be a free hit. 39 for 1. Let's see if John Rush is falling apart here. He's under the gun.
So free hit here for Simpson. And that is a full toss, and that is going a long, long way over the boundary ropes. And that's going to be another 6. So 2 6s and 2 balls. And as I was saying, the batsmen have struggled to get Yagasar away. So we thought Callum McLeod getting 2 4s and 2 balls was good. Simpson's just gone one better and got 2 6s in 2 balls.
Yes, and he's raced up to 30. We look at it again. Here's the replay. And he was drowning in honey there. It was a looping full toss into the legs of Simpson, and it was a free hit. And like you keep saying, he could not be out where the bowler would get credit. He made good with that one to put it way beyond the boundary ropes.
So Yagasars need to come back from this. He's gone for a lot of runs in this over, and still 1 ball to go. It'll be interesting to see how he comes back from that. He needs to get his head back in the game here.
Yes, he's under the gun. He's under pressure. They've raced up to 45. And remember, the power play would be all of 6 overs. So John Rush, Jagasar is under the gun. He's got to come good with this delivery. They're coming after him. So Simpson has been there at the top of the inning. He is raced away to 30 from 14. Outside the off stump, in the air, just dropping short of the man up in the circle, but they scamper through for a single. So he finished good enough. A wicket would have really looked good for him, but nonetheless, over number 4, done and dusted. We look at it here again. It left the bat, it came off the toe end of the bat, but fell just short of that man in the mid-off area. So Ramden is trying to give him a few pointers. You can see on screen the experienced Ramden, former West Indies captain, looks as evergreen as ever.
Yeah, and as you can see on the screen, a little bit cloudy, but the sun is definitely there, and it's a hot day again here in Florida. And it is, again, another lovely day to be sat here watching some incredible cricket that we've seen throughout the week. And it's all coming down to the wire today. Exciting games to come.
Yes, it's a gentle breeze blowing from east to west, and I guess it's going to be picking up a little later in the day. So we hope you stick and stay with us throughout the day. We're going to have the finals coming up after this, and then they're going to have the presentation. So it's going to be a full day affair, 2 matches, and then the presentation. Folks, the curtain comes down today. You can start thinking who will be the winner to take the trophy in this, the 13th edition of the US Open.
So it's going to be the birthday boy, Muhammad Ali Khan, also captain of the US All-Stars, taking the ball here.
Oh, today's his birthday?
It is indeed.
Oh, a happy birthday. What a gift if he can just win it all. But first he has got to win this one first and then think about the second game. And I'll say it again. The winner stays and the loser goes home.
Another player's birthday today. It's the Kiwi Corey Anderson, who was playing for the Samp Army. He unfortunately didn't make the semi-finals, but I'm sure that all the teams will be watching in and listening to see who does make it into the final and then getting the trophy afterwards. So happy birthday to both Muhammad Ali Khan and Corey Anderson.
Well, Ali runs in now, speeds away, down the leg side. Again, it would have been a perfect delivery for the right-hander, but for the left-hander, easy call for the umpire as he stretches his arms. Here it is again. He started outside leg, beautifully taken there by Ramdin. It was always going away from him, but that one is not going to beat Ramdin. He had a good accommodating bounce. But it starts wrong, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish 30 partnership.
So here comes Ali Khan again, bowling to the left-handed John Simpson, who just plays that away, and that's a misfield in the inner ring. So they're going to get the single, are they going to get 2? That's good running there from the Scorpions. They come back for 2, and what should have been a dot ball, I would have said, has led to 2 runs just from that misfield.
Yeah, it's a bad miss, but we cannot find an excuse for him. It's sunny, the field is not dewy, so unless he has buttered fingers, but those butters would have been long gone, melted with this heat. But to the advantage of the Florida Scorpions, he gifted them 2 runs. It's on 49 for 1.
Ali Khan in again to John Simpson, and that's a much better ball from Ali Khan. Simpson cursing at himself for not getting that one away, but credit to the bowler. And Scorpions 1 shy of 50.
Yes, that one was pitched coming into the batsman. He would have beaten the leg stump, so it was a stifled appeal. But I thought he got away with the one there because Simpson thought he should have flicked that one past the short mid-wicket, and he would have been in business. He would have split the long on and the deep backward square leg. There's a big gap there.
Ali Khan in again to Simpson, and this time he goes big. That has gone a long, long way, and that's going to be another 6 to John Simpson, and the Scorpions move over 50. They're 55 for 1, and John Simpson 39 of those to his name.
I just called it. I said there's a big gap right there, and he must have heard me. That's what he was trying to work. The previous delivery, when I say he would have missed out, he would have been in business if he got it past the short mid-wicket, and he did even 2 better. I'm saying he would have passed him for 4, but he went way over his head into the gap for a lovely, beautiful Monday morning 6.
Partnership now of 38 between these two since the wicket of Leverock, and they're going to get another one there off Ali Khan. He's been expensive so far, 10 off his first 4 deliveries. Still 2 to go. Florida Scorpions, 56 now.
Yes, good running there, good running. The ball was, it was touch and go. He played up to the mid-off, and they were off and running. Good understanding between these two. And the 50 came up in with that 6 when it was tucked over the deep mid-wicket area. So Ali Khan now is under the gun. He has 2 legal delivery left. These guys are trying to set a target. Having been sent into bat by the US All-Stars, Florida Scorpions are making merry. Just 1 down, and we're still in the power play. We have gone to 56 for 1.
Callum McLeod, the Scotsman, on strike here as Ali Khan comes bounding in towards him. And that's a good ball. That was right in the body of McLeod. And they managed to get a single from it. And these singles are going to keep adding up. They're going to try and put a big total on the board. We saw 200 runs put on the board last night from the Cavaliers, 22 yards. And the Clarion County Eagles just one short at 199, losing the semi-final on the last delivery last night. So it's a really exciting semi-final. We're hoping for another exciting game here.
Yes, and I thought it was a touch unlucky because they had to play back-to-back games, and they came just within touching distance of winning winning the Cavaliers. It was a really exciting match. This time he's walking this one off the pads, passing the short mid-wicket, one out to the wide long on, and they pick up a single, and it's a no ball. So Ali Khan, guilty of overstepping there. We'll see it again here in replay. Yes, no ball called early. So he's gone for 13 already, and now it's a free hit.
Yeah, free hit's the last thing that Ali Khan would have wanted to give away here. McLeod 10 off 7. He's going at pretty healthy pace so far. He'll be thankful it wasn't Simpson on strike because he is 41 off 20, but we've seen McLeod hit the ball a long way during the tournament as well, and I'm sure he's going to want to make use of this free hit.
And because of that single, for the onlookers and for the youths who are looking, the field would have changed. That's because they would have got a single off of the no ball. But here comes the free hit. He was trying to take it from way outside the off stump to get it over the short fine leg, but he didn't get a touch, and it was taken cleanly by Ramden. So the free hit did not cost anything. The score did not advance. It just caused an extra delivery, which I hope they're not going to really regret, because the winner of this match has got to play back-to-back matches. Maybe it's a good
MAQ
time
Group
to
is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit macgroup.com.
So into the last over of the power play, the Scorpions 59-4-1, going at a good rate, but loss of Leverock slowed them down just a touch, but McLeod 10 from 8, so making sure that he doesn't slow down their run rate too much. And I'm joined by the lovely Vinod. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It's always wonderful to be in your company, Sarah.
He's doing that on purpose, folks.
Good morning, Sash. Wonderful job you guys are doing, and a good start here by the Scorpions after 5 overs. So that's very close to 12. And Jarissa bowled well. I'm seeing Griffith now. Can't understand this move. Griffith hasn't bowled in this tournament so far. Probably because of the fact that there are left-handers out there, and they want him to take the ball away from them. We will wait and see, but I haven't seen him bowl in this tournament before. Let's see. Simpson is really batting well. He's on 41.
That one just played onto the offside. No run from it. So despite the fact that Griffith hasn't bowled yet, he's started with 2 dot balls, so not a bad start. Simpson on strike here. Goes for the big shot there, but keeps it nicely on his toes. And 3 dots comes to Griffith's name.
This is the last of the power play, and Griffith doing a good job in terms of not conceding yet. Simpson is down the ground. Glenn waits on it. So they will need to remove Simpson here quickly. I think what the US All-Stars need to do is to take wickets here now and keep taking wickets at regular intervals to break momentum. When you break momentum, all of a sudden you look up on the scoreboard and you would see that 15 and 16 overs have gone, and that's also a plot. So just to take it away from the left-handed Simpson, he loves the ball coming on to him. I think very soon we may see a Zishan Qureshi as well. This is unlucky. Looking to hit this out of the ground. It took the bottom edge past Ramden and into the boundary for 4. So this is one delivery again to go for the power play.
McLeod moves on to, oh no, apologies, he is on 10 still, but the Scorpions move up to 64 for 1. And as you say, 1 ball left in the power play. And who do you say is on top at the moment?
Definitely the Florida Scorpions, they are on top. So it's all for the US All-Stars now to fight and come back. And Griffith, who's a vegan, tells me his vegan lifestyle has him very strong indeed. This is driven away through the covers for 4. Jacobus gives chase but just to retrieve, and that's the end of the over. So Griffith not ending too well at the end of 6. It's 68 for 1. Probably it's time to have Mad Hatter's tea break. So that's a 50-run partnership as well. 51. Something needs to give here. Imran Khan is going to take up the attack from the northern end. And he is a very experienced bowler. He has done well in this tournament. Of course, Jagisa has been the best of the bowlers for the US All-Stars. He's taken 10 wickets.
Has he received 2 Man of the Match trophies so far, or is it just the 1?
2.
Yeah, he's going to start building a collection there, isn't he?
Yeah, he has taken 2. This is Sean Qureshi from this team has taken 1. And
all to play for today.
yeah.
But as you say, they're going to have to make a breakthrough soon because Callum McLeod and John Simpson going at a nice rate at the moment. And Simpson just playing that onto the offside, and they'll just get a single. As you say, Jacobus out there in the deep does a good job, get the ball back quickly, and as I say, just a single from it. McLeod now facing Imran Khan. Florida Scorpions 69 for 1. And McLeod, the Scotsman, facing here. And he swipes that back over the bowler's head, and that's going to go away for a lovely 4 runs.
So
let's see that one more time. Here we go.
right in the slot, and Imran will want to pull the length back on that. McLeod is going to go down tongue every time he pitches up. He pitches up again. The line is wrong this time, and he gets one down to the backward square. Fidel Edwards, you see there.
Yeah, I spoke to Fidel Edwards briefly this morning. He was rather upset that I hadn't made him a cup of Mad Hatter tea as I was walking around the ground, just checking out the conditions. I said if he wins today, I'm sure that he'll be able to get one. But the win is still to come. And Simpson just dabbing that away. I believe that's going to be another single. So Florida Scorpions going strong here. They're 75 for 1. 2 more balls left of Imran Khan's over. He's gone for 7 so far. He's going to want to keep it a little tighter. He's going to want to make sure that the line and length is right to McLeod, who has already hit him for a boundary in this over. And that's better, more on the legs of McLeod there. And they're just going to settle for another single, bringing Simpson back on strike.
So after the dismissal of Leverock very early in the piece, the Scorpions have come back and really taken charge here thanks to John Simpson and Callum McLeod. Simpson has been the aggressor. Khan is going to bowl now to him. Not really getting hold of that. That was the googly turning away from the left-hander, and he just couldn't get hold of it. So Imran has conceded 9 of his over. At the end of 7, let's take a tea break.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Scorpions 77 for 1, going at 11 and over. Partnership now of 60 between these two. All Stars are really going to have to get a break here soon. And Simpson will be the man facing Griffith in his second over. He's 5 runs away from his half century, and he'll be really eyeing that up personally. But he'll want to stay at the crease for the whole game, I'd imagine. He wants to make sure that Scorpions get over the line and get to the final today.
So 9 of the last over bowled by Griffith. Those 5 runs you're seeing there, you also have to add 4 byes.
And in he comes, and that's a big swing from Simpson, and that's gone high in the air, and I believe it's going a long way over the boundary ropes. That's 6 runs for Simpson, and that takes him up to 51. So half century for Simpson. That was a lovely shot there.
Well, half century of just 28 balls. So Simpson really has really turned things around here. Griffith making the error of pitching right into the hitting zone. And of course, he was too straight on that occasion. Let's see how he would respond to it. This is flat. And only 1. So Griffith looking to be defensive after that first shot. And that shot brought a smile on the face of Sasha Craze.
It's always nice to see some good cricketing shots, isn't it? And we've seen a lot of them over the past 7 days. Lots of cricket being played. But here we go, down to the semi-final. And one of these two teams are in contention for the trophy as they play the Cavaliers this afternoon here in lovely Broward County. Griffith 12 off his 1.2 overs so far. He's going to want to make sure that no more boundaries are hit off him. And he's going to be fielding his own bowling, and it looks like they're going to run back for 2. Good running between the 2 batters.
But take nothing away from Griffith's effort. He chased it down, and he just swooped on it, and in one motion had that ball back to the Jason Mohammed. So this is the 8th over. Seems an eternity ago when Levrock was dismissed. And an appeal by Ramdin there, more in hope than conviction.
Yeah, always worth the shot. But umpire says no. And McLeod now sweeping away at that ball, but there is a man out in the deep, and they'll just get the single from it. Another lovely shot, but just the 1 run. And the partnership now 70 between McLeod and Simpson. The US All-Stars are going to have to do something special here to break up this partnership.
They need to. If they can get through this partnership, they can then work their way into the middle order. This time, that's a badly lined delivery, and that's a huge 6. It goes into the stands here at Central Broad, and I don't think we're going to see Griffith anytime soon. 2 overs, none for 21 at the end of 8. It's 93 for 1.
Yeah, 16 runs off that over. Big over for the Scorpions. And good time to take a quick tea break. So Imran Khan comes in for his second over.
So Imran has the experience. He needs to count on all of that, call on all of that now and make it count. Ali Khan is going to have a discussion with him, and today is Ali Khan's birthday. Well, we want to wish him happy birthday, and we will be having an interview with him during the halftime break. I think
might even get some singing, if we're lucky.
Uba Salim from MAQ TV has agreed to sing for Ali Khan on his birthday, and we're all waiting to see that. So it's 94 for 1. I've never heard Uba sing. Have you heard her?
I haven't, but hearing her voice, I'm sure it would be beautiful. Yeah. And it would be lovely if we could get a little sing-song at halftime.
Well, on numerous nights I've heard the voice of Roddy Lalman and Tessin Ahmad. I've also heard Ronnie Bikram Das. I've heard good old Jeremy. And they're hopeless. So one hopes that Uba could save the day for MAQ TV.
So not only have we got some wonderful cricket on show, that's a lovely shot there from McLeod, and that's going to race away for a 4. I would say the fielder could have done a little bit more to try and stop it, but it was going at a good rate. And Florida Scorpions 99 for 1.
Well, this is a very good batting track. As I said before, this track is pregnant with runs. And these guys are realizing that. You like that?
It's a phrase I haven't heard frequently, but yeah, it sounds nice. As I was saying, we've seen some lovely cricket here, but not only will you get cricket, but you'll probably get some entertainment at halftime as well. So stick around on MAQTV.com. And hello to everyone watching. We hope you're enjoying semi-final number 2 so far.
This is a slog sweep. A lovely shot indeed for 4. And Callum McLeod brings up the 100. He was very aware that the deep backward square was fine. And mid-wicket, of course, was closer to cow corner. So there was a huge gap at mid-wicket. And he was able to place that right in the boundary for 4. So this is a situation where the US All-Stars could be chasing a huge target. They really need to get a breakthrough now. The bowlers have to conjure up something special. And let's see what would happen. Position Qureshi, one of the options. We will see him soon. There's Jacobus. It's surprising that we haven't seen Jacobus bowl.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the strategy. He's going to come in later in the innings. As Imran Khan comes in for his 5th delivery. And miss there from McLeod, a rare miss from McLeod. He's going at 32 off 20 deliveries.
The funny thing about this is that Jacobus Pina, the left-arm orthodox, as well as Qureshi, this is in the air. This could be the breakthrough. Imran Khan follows it and takes it. So Imran Khan gets the breakthrough. Callum McLeod goes, but the danger man John Simpson remains. It's 103 now for 2. And Imran Khan, after being taken all around the park, he gets his revenge. A delivery that had extra bonks on it. Callum McLeod was going to hit it downtown. It took the top edge. That is what sold him out there. And Khan just running back to complete the catch. What a player Imran Khan is. And that is the fall of wicket number 2. Let's take a break.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqgroup.com.
So we're an over away from the halfway stage here at the Broward County Stadium. Delray Rawlins, the new man to join Simpson in the middle. Simpson going at a good rate. He's 59 for 31. And at the last ball of the 9th over, a wicket fell to Imran Khan. And so Delray Rawlins is having to come in, but the Florida Scorpions are going at a good rate at the moment. And so not a huge amount of pressure on Rawlins to start quickly. In comes Yagasar again. And that has hit the stumps. Lights are flashing, but the bails haven't come off. We've seen that a few times. And
we did take Danny Khan. We have Danny Khan in here. How unfortunate is this? Look at this. He is comprehensively bold.
yeah,
And Danny was saying that the grooves are too deep on some of the stumps, and that is what is causing that. But Jagisar has been very good. He went for some runs today, but again, that could have been his 2nd wicket.
Yeah, Rawlins very lucky not to be getting the golden duck there. Yagasar bowling in nicely to Rawlins, who manages to get off strike. So it'll be Simpson facing the next ball of Yagasar's third over. Florida Scorpions 104 runs for the loss of 2. 3 balls left to the halfway stage. And here comes John Ross.
Cotton bowl, and John Simpson, the danger man, gets one. John Simpson, the danger man, gets one that pops on him, and John Ross Jagisar has struck his second wicket, and the entertainment of Simpson ends, but take nothing away from him. It was an excellent innings of 59. He had 33 balls. That one followed him. He was expecting it to turn away to get the extra room, and you can see him rehearsing, going through the offside. It followed him, it came right at him, and that is the end of Simpson.
Yeah, as you say, he played a really nice innings there. Got 59 runs, and he put the Scorpions in a really healthy position. But that was a really good wicket from Yagasar. Easy caught and bowled, I think worth watching one more time. Let's see this here. Yeah, no danger there for Yagasar. He was standing exactly in the right position. Catching practice, really. Easy catching practice. And Yagasar, the man with the breakthrough to get danger man John Simpson out. And Florida Scorpions fall to 104 for 3 with another Scotsman, Richie Berrington, coming into the attack.
Yeah, but the key there, Sasha, the key there was Jagisar using all his experience. That was the knuckle ball. The knuckle ball angles across the right-hander. Simpson is a left-hander, so it'll come into him. Simpson was expecting that one to go away from him, but it followed him like a bad death, and he's on his way back.
Yeah, well, exactly right. He thought that the ball was going to do exactly what it did in the previous delivery, going away from him, and this time he just totally misjudged it and has to go.
So Richie Berrington, no slouch with the bat. He's in now.
Looks like he's going to get a single off his first ball.
The line all wrong on that occasion. So John Ross, the man with the golden arm, he takes a wicket. I want to thank Sasha for being with me for the first period of play. And as Sasha takes a break, we'll take a Mad Hatter tea break. Say good morning to the chairman of Cricket Council USA, Mohammed Qureshi. He has made his appearance here, and he's talking with the big boss.
Yes, he's made a grand entrance, and Vinod, good morning to you. The 100 is up on the board. And
so Khan has to understand that this track is allowing turn, but it's allowing slow turn. And once you have slow turn, it negates the turn, in my opinion. So you have to be crafty, as John Ross Jagisar has been. 11 wickets in this tournament so far. He has really been the standout bowler for the US All-Stars, and he came back there trumps.
yes, indeed. And the standout batsman so far for the morning has been Simpson with a good-looking 59. He's the last man out. So we just gone past the halfway stage. It's a 2020 encounter, and the fans, we wanted to stick and stay. All of the MAQ viewers, because they're going to be this one.
This one goes downtown, and that's 6 runs. There is Taylor running away. Have you ever seen a steamroller move with speed? That was an occasion where this was hiked away over mid-wicket, and the head curator there, Taylor, put on extra speed, top gear on the roller, and off he was. Here's Khan. That's a better delivery. He needs to start operating with those deliveries moving away from the left-hander. They paid the price dearly for not doing that against John Simpson.
Yes, indeed. But like we said, the head curator was in a spot of bother there for a moment. He's at the eastern end of the ground. There's a practice pitch down there.
Again, he goes again into that direction. He's out caught. This time, Taylor is safe because the catch has been taken by Trevor and Bugsy Griffith. The wicket has fallen, and Imran Khan gets his second wicket. The US All-Stars, they are fighting back here at the Central Broad Regional Park.
Yeah, we have to find out if Rollins has something against the head curator, because he's been striking in that direction, and on screen you can see it here again. He's going in that direction but can't get it past the man stationed at the deep mid-wicket. Takes a magnificent catch. That's one from the coach's manual.
Yeah, well, there was a Milton Taylor taking cover, but Griffith was able to hold on to the catch. How important is this passage of play? Imran Khan started it in the last over. So we have seen 3 wickets. 3 wickets have fallen in the space of 7 deliveries.
Yes, and how the pendulum has swung. They started off really well in the batting early in the day. The US All-Star would have won the toss. Winning the toss is just winning the toss. It does not go in that winning column as far as the match is concerned. But they inserted Florida Scorpions, and they would have got to 112 with relative ease. But now, with the wickets tumbling, all of 4 of them, I think they have got to regroup because we have 2 new batters at the crease.
Yeah, so Harry Tector joins Richie Barrington, and this is important. Get new batsmen there. They will take a few deliveries to settle, and that will help retard that run rate. I want to say good afternoon, in fact, good morning to Mrs. Salim, such a lovely lady. She sits there all the time, always wears a very pleasant smile, and, you know, she has brought a sort of calmness to the press box. Do you agree?
Yes, she's the overseer, the overlooker, because she stays and she just looks into the com box. So when you look to your left, there's always that smile and that face to just cheer you up. Even though we're into day number 8.
Yeah,
looking at her, it seemed like we're just at the beginning.
Yeah, she's a lady of very few words.
But the facial expression says it all. It's like taking a picture. Just looking at it, it's worth 1,000 words.
I just want to thank the entire MAQ TV crew. They have been wonderful over the last 8 days. Everyone has played a part in this production, making it what it is. And, you know, I've seen something, Ivor. I've looked, and over the last 7 or 8 days, I've seen the crew, you know, grow to become a family. And that is so significant for future production. It's going to be Jacob Ospina. Khan picks up a lovely pick-up and throw there by the birthday boy. I was telling him at the toss, it's great. He has finally reached 19. They may stop IDing him.
Finally. Well, over number 12 in progress. Starts off with a single. So this is the area where they've got to work the ball and try to preserve wickets and try to set a platform for the ending part of this inning.
So some very big hitters on the US All-Stars team. Simmons, Griffith, Qureshi, they're big hitters of the ball. So the Scorpions will want to continue and give them something significant. Javel Glenn is another one. 116 in the 12th is excellent. The 4 wickets might not be that excellent, but it's not that bad either. Here's Pina pulling that one down.
No, it's not that bad. It's just that they came in a cluster like the last 3 wickets. But scoreboard is looking relatively good. But these 2 batters who are relatively new has got to avoid the dots and try to work it and keep the 1s and 2s coming with the boundary now and again. But I sure Ali Khan, the boy, would have different ideas.
So he's led the team admirably, and this is the semi-final. Remember, whoever wins here, the Somerset Cavaliers, one of the most successful teams in the history of this competition. They come up next. In recent history, I should say, they've won 2 of the last 4 tournaments, and they're in the finals of this, the 5th. It's the end of the over. Probably it's a good time, Ivor, to take a break.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Well, I'll ask you a question. Did you have a cup of tea this morning?
Tie?
Yes, I mean, there's a Manhattan and tea. And they do serve coffee as well, you know.
I had a spot of tea. Yeah, it's Imran Khan. So, Imran, you can see what these guys are trying to do here is, although they're slow bowlers, they're trying to even bowl slower than that. Let the batsman create the momentum.
They have to create their own pace, so that is good. That is good thinking. Take pace off the ball and let them generate their own pace. There it is. In the air, but he's going to fall short. And
Simmons there just moving to his right.
And speaking of batting, I really did enjoy Zishan Qureishi's knock, his last knock.
Well, yesterday he had the day off. It says slog sweep. It could be, in fact, the fielder going in the direction of safety on that occasion. He stops it from going, that's what Edwards stops it from going over the rope. So he didn't attempt to take the catch. I think a younger lad might have.
No, but the ball was always dying.
Might have shown interest in that.
He was dying in him because, you know, they're using pitch number 1, so that becomes the longest part of the boundary. Perhaps yesterday, using the pitch number 2, it would have carried to him. So well, he's a long way out there. They have to be mindful of that. Once they're using up all of the rope, they should come in a little because they have to cheat it at least.
This one takes a top edge. It's not going to carry to him. He runs in, and Imran Khan is not too pleased with the effort. I think he lost it. And Imran is not happy at this point in time. And that delivery took the top edge. Again, it was similar to the one that dismissed McLeod. Edwards picked it up late. And I think that is what has Imran not so happy. Here he is now. And this is cut away down past a point. And they're going to easily come back for 2. So that's 2 more. Griffith returns. And it's the end of over number 13. Yes, back to Zishan Qureshi. Yesterday he had a day off. But the young man is in such great form. He wanted to have a knock. He actually played a match in the South Florida League yesterday just to keep himself going. The first 4 balls of the match, he struck it out the ground. The very first 4 balls of the match went out the ground.
4 sixes on the trot.
He tried to hit the 5th. The bowler gave him a bounce and he tried a ramp shot. It took the gloves and he was out caught behind. He was gutted. He was going. He had just heard what Raheem Cornwall did, and he wanted to replicate.
Yeah, 9 sixes yesterday in Cornwall inning and 1-4.
And Jelani Seals, who's on the Florida Scorpions team, I don't think he will ever let down that. He went for 43 and over. This is in the air. It's going to go into the hands of Javel Glenn, and that's another wicket. 122 for 5. The U.S. All-Stars, they're coming back strongly here.
Yes, and nothing put you more behind the clock than taking wickets. Wicket number 5 goes into the scorer's book. Barrington goes for 6. And they're making some inroads here. We look at it again.
Yeah,
right out of the coach's manuals. Take it chest height, right in front of you. Easy peasy.
I like how easy peasy. Sasha Crease loves that phrase. Easy peasy. She loves that. I think she would miss that when she go back to London. She may call everyone easy peasy, and she might every evening she will go at St. John's Wood to have tea.
Yeah, a cup of tea. It's never a bad moment to have a cup of tea. Maybe it's a good moment to have one here too.
Yeah, I think it's a good time. for that.
Yes, so for all viewers, there is the Mad Hatter cup of tea, and we do serve coffee as well. So you can have the Thai chai, you have the CBD chai, you have the urban myth, all flavors, but it's never a bad time to have a cup of tea.
So we're back here, Iva is having a ball. Lenny Archibald? Yes.
Lenny is having a ball right now with that. I can tell you right now. He's listening. Hi, Lenny. Good morning.
Thank him for a wonderful job on the weekend. You know, Lenny is the consummate professional. He was with us for the weekend, and last week had to go back to cold New York. He told me last night he was missing the cold, so he decided to go back. And why stay in sunny Florida to look at cricket when you can be in the cold of New York locked up in your apartment? Why? It's 122 for 5. But that was the arm ball.
But he's not following the Bob Marley. Bob Marley would have been mad at him. Bob Marley would have said, coming in from the cold, not going to the cold. So
yes, you're quite right.
He didn't read the memo.
That's a good shot. It's a shorthand jab. Griffith is on there. What an athlete Griffith is. He's very fit. He's fit as a fiddle.
Yes. He has safe hands as well. I can see his ground feeling is up to par. And again, right over the coach's manuals, he got his body behind that one. So if he would have gone past his paws, at least his body would have gotten in the way. He's an aggressive fielder. Those boundary riders are specialist areas. You would have seen some folks try to field on the long on boundary, and they would have to look at clips from the Pollard and the Russells and those guys. Those have become specialist areas.
It's a quick one by Jacobus. He's mixing it up nicely. That's a 1. So it's 125 for the loss of 5. This is the 14th one. Did we go in the 14th over? Yes, Griffith has been excellent in the field. He has been running up and down. And they switched on here. They've come back nicely. Earlier on, the bowlers were wayward. And they paid the penalty. John Simpson was excellent. Take nothing away from John Simpson. 59 in no time, 29 balls. It's the end of the over. The end of it, 124 for 5. More comments from Ivor Henry.
Yes, I'm impressed with Griffiths. He just saved one for his team. When that ball, the 5th delivery was tucked into the onside, the bowler gave chase. Normally, they would have taken a second when you're playing with soft hands and a man stationed on the deep mid-wicket, but the speed of Griffith came in there and prevent them from taking the 2.
Yeah, he has been really, really quick around the track. He has been running hard. He has been running all over the track. And, you know, he has been running like a landlord running down rent. That's the kind of approach he has taken here this morning. It's 124 for 5. Just want to urge all those of you, speaking of landlord, all those of you interested in real estate and, you know, even renting, purchasing, you must visit the MAQ group. And that's the real estate people that you want to deal with. You know, they'll get you a house anywhere you want, even on the moon. And also at a fantastic price, even on the moon.
Well, you can go now to the MAQgroup.com, and all what Vinod would have said there, you can see it for yourself on the World Wide Web, MAQgroup.com.
So here's Muhammad Ali Khan from the far end. His first over went for 13. Here he is now. And this time it peels off the ends. It's going to go rapidly to Jagisar. And he returns. I like how Sasha Cree says Yagisar.
Well,
I want to say, go ahead, Ivor.
Yes, and the boy is back in the attack, but his spinners would have kept things relatively in check. So he's under the gun. He has got to follow in the footstep of the spinners. They got purchased and they kept things relatively modest for the Scorpions, who have been sent into bat, by the way.
Here's Ali Khan. That's a good delivery. That was quick. And it struck the gloves of Ram, then pushed his hands back. And the action, speaking about the Yagisa, I want to say good afternoon to his uncle, who has been a great supporter of him, Rudolph Ali. Rudolph Ali was one of the officials in the South Zonal Council, a very hard worker. And you see players out there, and that is what you see in the end products. But fellas like Rudolph Ali, who would have worked behind the scenes to make sure everything is in place for cricketers, you know, we must pay tribute to fellas like them. I want to say good afternoon to him. He is locked in from Hermitage in Trinidad and Tobago. And I hear that Hermitage has been supporting young John Ross Jagisa. And as Sasha would say, John Ross Yagisa. And it's 126 for 5.
Yeah, while with it, we say good morning to Mark Stoneman over there in Morrisville. He was with us last year's tournament. He graced us with his presence, and he was here again for the Legend tournament. Yeah. So good morning, Mark.
Mark Stoneman, former mayor, bats with a baseball gloves. His returns were not that impressive in the Legends tournament. I don't think he failed to trouble the scorers, but that's okay. What a great guy he is.
But he made a grand appearance, and that's what matters. He was on MAQ TV.
He loves the cricket. Has done a lot for the development in Morrisville. So it's going to be Ali Khan to continue. We've seen 14.4 overs bowled so far, and I'm seeing a comeback here by the All-Stars. John Simpson really made the difference here this morning. He eased the pressure on his fellow batsmen by attacking the U.S. All-Stars bowlers, who, to be honest, they were all around the shop. That's the Yorker from the Yorker Master, and the score is 127 for 5.
Yes, I can see Ramden keeping without a cap. You would hardly see a wicket-keeper without a cap or helmet, but I just love to see this guy keep his. That's the model of keeping. He takes his glove and takes his feet with him. You know, a lot of keepers, goalkeeper style. This guy is neat. I think the coach's manual should be placed on him with videos.
He told me as a youth that one of the guys he used to always look at was a guy named Boya Sadio. This is driven on the offside. A guy named Boya Sadio who would have played for Trinidad and Tobago. His nickname was Stylo. And he also was from Presal. Ramden grew up in a village called Presal in central Trinidad. And that was an area that is an area that has produced so many great cricketers. Ranji Nanan, and recently Nirmal Nanan passed, so we want to extend condolences there. So Ranji Nanan will play for Trinidad in Shanali. You would know in Shanali.
Yes.
He also came from that cricket-rich village. Ravi Rampal, another one. Dinesh Ramdin. So the list goes on and on. And Ramdin would have patterned his wicket-keeping after Boya Sadio. So he's neat. Boya was known for his neatness, and so is Ramdin.
Well, I'm still saying that he's the best glove man in the West Indies to date, and I don't know if there's still hope for him, but he has a good cricketing head on his shoulder.
Yeah, he was a Sydney's captain for quite a while, and he has played 66 test matches. Has a high score of 165 against England. Here is Jagisa around the wicket. This is struck straight down the ground. It's going to go one bounce into the boundary for 4.
That's a good looking shot. The safest place to hit in the air if you're not going to go all the way. It was just over the bowler's head, and there's a wide long off and a wide long on, but they did not have a chance. You usually say snow in hell has a better chance.
Yeah, after the end of this over, I will be leaving you, and you'll be joined by your English counterpart, Sasha Crease. Out!
I think
just dropping short.
Yes, he was just late on it. He saw it late, and they picked it up.
Getting it on the volley.
Yes.
That would have given Jagisa his 4th 3-wicket haul in this tournament. This is in the air, and it's coming towards us. Can Java again complete the catch? No, that's 6 runs. So, to add insult to injury, the previous delivery, he could have been out caught. The next delivery is out of here. 137 for 5. Jaggis has gone for runs today, 2 for 39.
Yeah, but the fielder made a gallant effort there to bat it back in, but he was out of his reach. But he really, really tried. But it was a good-looking shot. You have to give it to the batter there, that's Kotzer. He really, really got a hold of that. So a boundary and a 6 in that over.
Yep, Kyle Kutza, the captain of this team.
Kutza.
Really great guy. He's the captain of Scotland.
The ball is coming sweetly out of the middle of the bat, so I guess seems like a danger man at this time.
Is this in the air? Could it go into the hands of Glenn? No, just dropping short. Glenn is very wide, and that brings 2 runs. So I think that Kutza has decided, let me get on with this.
Yes, they still have 5 wickets in the hut. Swing and a miss.
So it's the end of the over. I now leave you Ivor, and coming on will be Sasha Crease.
Thank you, Vinod. It was nice, good while it lasted. And I think it's a good time to have a break while we wait for Sasha Crease.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqgroup.com.
So welcome back, Sasha, and just a little mini break there for you. So when we were left, it was just over 100. Now it's gone to 139 for 5. So now we have to anchor the ship here for the last 5.
Yeah, exactly right. Florida Scorpions 139 for 5. 4 overs to go in their innings. Harry Tector, the Irishman at the crease, he's 9 off 15, and the Scotsman Carl Coates, who is the Scorpions captain, he's 14 off 9.
Well, Fidel Edwards is back into the attack, bouncing from the far end, down the leg side, wayward. He's been wayward all morning, but this time he's bowling to the right-hander, and he's going down the leg side. So he's a bit confused this morning, playing on a Monday here in South Florida. It's the first time in the US Open that we're having a Monday finals.
Yeah, well, everyone says Monday's not the most exciting day of the week. Everyone feels a bit sad after the weekend to go back to work, but we were all raring to go this morning. It was going to be an exciting day in the office for us.
Yes, well, it's 140 for 5, so that comes up with that wide. Fidel comes in. This time he's getting a good hold of this one and goes over here. It's another US Open maximum. It was meat and drink for Tector, as he just got the wheel on it, Sasha.
Yeah, that is a lovely shot. Watch that one more time. That's gone a long, long way down onto the leg side boundary. And Tector moves on to 15 off 16.
Yes, going at a good clip. So Harry Tector has joined Kotzer in the hitting out and getting the ball beyond the boundary ropes. So we had 6s in the previous over, and we have had another 6 here in this over. So I guess they're turning the wheel now. It's 146 for 5. Edwards again. Down the leg side again, and I think the batter would have been disgusted with himself for missing out from one. He was going down in the position to sweep it again over the deep backward square leg, but he missed out. So a reprieve there for Edwards was not a good delivery.
Yeah, Tector will want to go for some today. He is staying in Florida, ready for the US-Ireland fight coming up in a week or so, I believe. And so they will be playing again on this pitch. So Tector will want to get a good feel for the pitch and also want to score some runs. So he's feeling confident ahead of the series.
Yes, well, he's there on 15 from 17. Edwards decides to go round the wicket now, and this time he's up to the batsman. He's swinging across, getting some willow onto the leather, but can't beat the backward square leg. He gets a single. That brings the skipper on strike, Kutzer.
3 shy of 150, the Scorpions. And we're in the final stages of their batting innings, and the Scorpions are going to want to keep scoring here. US All-Stars are going to want to break this partnership. It's moved on to 25, so it's looking good at the moment. And for the US All-Stars, they're going to want Edwards to strike if he can in this over.
Well, he has 3 more deliveries in which to do so. He continues to go round the sticks, bowls up, and is going away from the batter. A dot goes into the scores book. So it's a good comeback, having been naughty, bowling wise, having been struck for beautiful 6 over deep backward square leg. He's come good with a dot. And at this stage, dots are like gold dust. We're into over number 17. Remember, the winner stays and the loser goes home. The winner of this match will have to take on the Cavaliers 22 yards, who are sitting with their feet up at this time for the grand finale when the curtain comes down on day number 8. Edwards round the wicket, and he's hitting this one past Edwards, and it's going to be another boundary. It was a good looking shot. It was over pitched, and he just wheeled at Willow, and he knew it was 4 from the time he left the bat. We're looking at it again.
Yeah, that's a really lovely shot there from the captain, Kyle Coates, and he wasn't going to run that one. He knew that was going all the way for a boundary. No one was going to get in the way of that. And Edwards expensive at the moment. He's gone 30 and still has 1 more ball before the end of his 3rd over.
Yes, 12 coming from this. Well, let's see the final delivery, and here's a dot in there. Down the leg side, and I think he would have missed out there again. It was full. Yorker gone wrong, but it's going to be a leg by. So at the end of over number 17, it's 152 for 5, which indeed is the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. And of course, it's a good time to have a mad-hatted tea break, and we do serve coffee as well. That CBD mushroom coffee is one of my favorite, and when you get in with the urban mint, the third eye chai is something that you'd want to get into as well. And you can see it here on the screen, MAQ TV.com.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit maqgroup.com.
So Jacobus Pina is going to be continuing. He's been good so far. He's just gone for 6 runs. He's found himself in the wicket column. But these are the dying moments of the match. Here's where this time he's pulling this one. And he's pulling well, splitting the
field, and that's going to be 4 runs, as you said. Lovely shot there from Coates. He moves on to 22 off 13. And there was nothing those 2 fielders could do but watch it go in between them. Scorpions now 156 for 5 wickets. These 2 are going to need to stay in for the rest of the game in order to get a defendable score here.
Yes, they're well set now. Tector with 18 deliveries and Kutsa with 13. Oh, he's going in the air. He's going to be safe. It's going to be a comfortable 2. No, they aborted the second one. A good throw coming in here from the deep. I think it was lazy running there. It should have been 2.
Yeah, it looks like Harry Tector wants to get into the action as well. Coates are playing it onto the offside there, but as you say, drops safely in front of the fielder and just a single from it. So I think Jacobus has got away with not letting away too many runs there.
It was well wide though. He really stretched for that one. That's why he didn't really get a hold of it. But you see, they're in a shot-making mood, so even the wide ones they're going to go after. Well, Jacobus left arm. This time he's tugging this one to the deep backward square leg, but just going to get the single. Score goes on to 158 for 5. We're into over number 18. It's a 2020 over affair. It's the second semi-final, but the first one for the day. I'll have to keep repeating. The winner of this match is going to be into the final to come up against the Cavalier 22 yards.
Partnership building between these two batters. 36 runs from it so far. And as we say, Captain Carl Coetzer on strike here. And mishit that one. That wanted to go onto the offside, but it edges through onto the leg side and they get a single.
Yes, and they were thinking too, but the fielders are very alert and they aborted the thought of 2. They would have been flirting with danger on that occasion.
Run rate now of 9 and over. They're going to want to try and push that higher if they can.
Yes, 10 and over. And they're pulling out the River Street loud appeal. Umpire Jermaine Lindo not interested. He's going to be signaling leg byes at this time. So he was struck outside of the off stump. He was switch hitting. Didn't catch up with it. That's the ones that you don't like. It looks, you said stupid when they miss.
Yeah, it's definitely a shot that you need to practice before bringing it out into the middle. And Carl Coetzer, here he goes. And that was a wide delivery, but he got a little bit onto it. And they're just going to get a single as the fielder collects it nicely and throws back to Dennis Ramdin. And at the end of over number 18, Scorpions 161 for 5. Carl Coetzer 25 off 16. Tector 17 off 20. And time for a quick break.
th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
So Ramdin, with his experience, is trying to really assist in the placement of the field. You can see him on screen, trying to get all of the angles right. Well, over number 18. Some 9 runs coming from that last over, including a leg bye.
Birthday boy back into the attack here. He's gone for 16 off the first 2 overs. And he'll want to go for slightly less than that in his third. Here he comes bounding in. That's a big hit. That's gone up in the air. And there is a fielder there. But it falls safely in between 2 fielders out in the deep and just sits in the ground there. They were hoping that was going to go over the boundary rope. It went a long way in the air and just came down with a thud and didn't move from that position, really.
Yes, he had the height, not the distance. He came from the outer part of the bat. He didn't get it in the meat of the bat, or else I think he would have got maximum for that. But it was really, he was really swinging for the hills. So Alican, this is going to be his last over. He can't bowl a 4th because this is the penultimate over. Ooh, good delivery, Yorker length. They call it a toe crusher, and that's good running. Coming back for 2.
Yeah, they had to be quick in between the wickets there. The fielder was coming in quickly to the ball, but good call there from Tector to get Coetzer back on strike. And you can see here he was very quick to turn and run back. Coetzer, the man, going at a hefty rate here, 29 off 18. Tector slightly slower, 17 off 20. So good call from him to get the captain back on strike at this point in the game.
Yes, well, Kyle would want to hit a long ball here. Probably with this delivery, the 3rd of the over. They're on pace for at least 180, 190. Full toss, he's stroking it nicely to the mid-wicket region, but the fielder comes in quickly. And again, if they were thinking 2, it was just a thought, because these fielders are really putting in the work, preventing the batters from getting extra runs.
166 for 5, the Florida Scorpions. They got off to a flying start with John Simpson hitting a big 50. And when he when his wicket fell, just the run rate slowed a little bit as the new batters at the crease had to just get in as quickly as they could. And 5 wickets now, and Tector takes the strike.
Another good Yorker again, and Ali was appealing, but it came from the toe end of the bat, so you're not going to get an LBW for that. Mr. Cand, applaud yourself for a good delivery. Look at it again. Down on the toe end of the bat. That is all bat. I am sorry. If that was into the toe, he'll have been hopping. I can tell you that right now. It was a Yorker with pace. 166 and a dot ball at this stage of the inning. I like.
Yeah, gold dust.
Gold dust. There it is, Sash. You're right in cue. You might want to say good morning to Lenny over there in New York. He's listening to you.
Oh, well, good morning, Lenny. We're missing you over here, but I hope you got home safely last night.
And even the doc, we can say hello and good morning. Ali Khan. And he's bowled him, knocked him over. So he'd been trying with that for that stump in the last delivery when he appealed with a ball coming off the toe end of the bat. Here it is where Tector was swinging for the stars. You miss, I hit. So the birthday boy is in the wicket column, 1 for 21.
Yeah, Tector will be disappointed there. He was seeing the ball and playing some lovely shots, but that is a great ball from Ali Khan, middle stump. And the Irishman has to leave the pitch and make way for the new batter coming in to join the captain, Carl Coetzer.
Well, he would have had a feel of this pitch and the venue. So when he comes up later this month against the US, hopefully he gets into the 11. We look at it again, and he was swinging and he was knocked over. Middle stump, the middle and off stump knocked back. So that's a good wicket to get because they were going for glowy. We still have 7 deliveries left. I don't know if I'm going to be getting anywhere close to 175.
That wicket's going to really slow them down at this final stage of the game. 166 for 6 now, the Florida Scorpions, going at under 9 and over. One more ball left of the birthday boys over. Muhammad Ali Khan, 1 for 21 with 1 ball remaining. And he'll be really pleased to have got a wicket today. Not only a big day for him personally on his birthday, but also the All-Stars will be wanting to make the grand final later this afternoon if they possibly can. And Chris Greaves, the new man, to be facing Ali Khan's last ball. Here he comes.
Oh, my word. And he's innovative to go 1 bounce down to the deep backward square leg, between backward square leg and fire leg for boundary. So he entered the boundary. He has gone for 1 for 25, the birthday boy, as the 170 comes up. So we have all of 6 deliveries, and Captain Coetzer would be on strike. He is on 30 from 19. Last over coming up. Maybe we can have a last break here before the innings close. And of course, it's going to be a Mad Hatter tie break, and we have the CDB mushroom, and we have the CDB mushroom coffee as well. So it's not only Thai that we serve here, we serve coffee as well. The Urban Mint, that's a good one to have, but my favorite, the Third Eye Chai. Never a bad time to have a cup of Mad Hatter tea break.
And it's going to be Fidel Edwards finishing off for the All-Stars here. He's gone for 10 and over, 30 off his 3. But I'm sure, being the seasoned campaigner that he is, he will come back strong in this last over of the Florida Scorpions batting campaign here.
Yes, well, it's all in his hands now. It's not a big score by any stretch of the imagination, but the runs on the board is runs on the board. Well, Edwards it is who's going to be running away from us now. And, of course, he'll be bowling over the wicket, outside the off stump, in that touching line. So start with a dot, just what the doctor would have ordered.
Yeah, wide full toss there. You can
Yes.
see again.
Yes, a swinging full toss. Nicely taken there by Ramden. It was with pace. And skipper Kotsir there is looking, and he's probably has to get a bit more over to the offside to catch up with that. Edwards is bowling Yorkers with pace. Here he comes. And again, another Yorker right up in the block hole. They're going to be thinking two, but they're going to be running one. The new man comes in, that is Greaves. He just faced that one delivery, and he was very innovative in getting that 4 over the backward square leg position.
Yeah, you can see Coates coming up to him, just making sure that the new man knows exactly what they need to do in these final deliveries.
Yes, the run rate has dipped. It was over 9 for quite a long time, but it has dipped. But nothing put you further behind the clock than wickets, Sasha.
Yeah, 6 down here, the Scorpions. 4 more deliveries left of their batting innings. Chris Greaves, the man facing Fidel Edwards. Let's see what he can do with his second delivery. And another wide ball from Edwards, but he's getting it right here, and the batters just can't get their bat on it.
Yes, he's bowling full and wide, and it's just as he passes the batter, he was just inside that line. So good bowling here by Edwards. He's the ultimate finisher for the US All-Stars. Early in the day, they would have won the toss and inserted the Florida Scorpions. This is the second semi-finals, and the winner of this match would take on the 22 yards Cavaliers. Fidel Edwards over the sticks, and my word, Sash, you say it better than me. I say they look ugly when they play that shot, but you say when they try to play those shots, they look stupid when they miss. Here it is again. He could have slashed that the conventional way between wide third man and the cover point for 4.
Yeah, I think sometimes players try and be a little bit too clever with the ball, and Chris Greaves is new to the middle, and I think it's just it was the wrong shot choice there.
Yes, he's going to bowl Yorkers, and when the Yorkers go wrong, okay, he's getting into this one, and there's a man down there though.
And he's out. He was caught nicely there by the fielder in the deep. And Chris Greaves, after playing a rather unconventional shot in the previous delivery, tries to go for the big swing and doesn't get all of it on it, and he has to go. 4 off 4 deliveries. Scorpions falling here, 171 for 7. There you go again on the screens. You can see, looked like it was going big, but not all the way. And it looks like Griffith, the man, taking the catch out there in the deep.
Yes, Griffiths is lightning fast in the field. He's not going to put it down. His ground feeling was very, very good this morning, and he has a safe pair of hands, and he was not going to let that one go. Edwards gets into the wicket column. He's 1 for 35. This has been his best over all day. He's not bowled a wide, and he's been bowling his Yorkers beautifully. Look at it again. Touching down just about a 4th stump outside the off stump, and he's swinging it from outside of the off stump into the safe hands of Griffith down there at the mid-wicket position. Well, Sharif comes in, but he will not be on strike because the batters would have crossed, and I think it's just fitting that Kyle Cotter will be facing this final delivery, Sash. Take it away.
Yep, here we come for the last ball of the Scorpions innings. And if they don't win the game, this will be the last time we see Scorpions batting in the US Open. In comes Edwards. And a big swing and a miss from Coates. And it's going to be a run out there to end Scorpions innings. Good from both Fidel Edwards and Dennis Ramden there. And without facing a delivery, Sharif is out.
So he ends with 2 dots. So just 1 run coming from that over. And is the best over that Fidel would have bowled all day. Just 1 run coming from it. And 2 wickets would have been realized.
So 171 for 8. And that is the end of the batting performance from the Scorpions. Let's take you through the batting card. Leverock opening the batting. He was out pretty early doors. 1 run only. John Simpson batted really nicely. 59 off 33 deliveries, but caught and bowled by Yagasar. Easy take there from Yagasar. Callum McLeod came in. He got a nice 32 runs off 21 deliveries. Rawlins came in next. He was 7 off 7. Richie Barrington, 6 off 9. And then the Irishman, Harry Tector, he got 17 runs off 22 deliveries, bowled by the birthday boy, Muhammad Ali Khan. Coates, the captain, he was not out for 31. Chris Greaves, he was 4 off 4, bowled by Fidel Edwards, caught Griffith in the end. And then Sharif was run out by the keeper Ramdin for no runs and facing no balls. 14 extras, and that takes their total to 172 for the All-Stars to win. And let's have a look at the bowling card. So 6 bowlers altogether, all bowled really nicely, sharing around the wickets. Fidel Edwards, 1 for 31 off his 4. John Russ Yagasar, 2 wickets for 41. Muhammad Ali Khan, he got 1 wicket for 25 runs off his 3. Trevon Griffith, he was the only one to not get a wicket. He got 21 runs off his 2. Imran Khan, he was 2 off 32 off his 4. And finally, Jacobus Pinar, he was 1 for 14 off his 3. And as I mentioned, 14 extras and 171 to beat. So Florida Scorpions finish their batting innings, and we will take a quick break before coming back to see what the US All-Stars can do in their response.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. So today is second semi-final, and US All-Star captain Ali Khan with us right now. So today is Ali Khan's birthday. First, happy birthday. Any plans for birthday yet?
Thank you. No plans right now. Just plan is to, win this game, and then hopefully we get into the final.
And do you think your batter will score more than 171?
They had a good start. They were like 100 plus in like 9 to 10 overs, but at this stage, 171 we will take it any day. Yeah.
And if you win, how are you are you excited to meet the Cavaliers in the final?
Yeah, so our job is not done yet, so batters have to go out and chase. We do bat deep, so we are really looking forward to chase this down, and then looking forward to the next game after that. But first, our goal is to get these runs.
Have you played before?
Sorry?
Have you played it before?
Have?
In this US cricket, have you played here before?
Yeah, this is my 8th US Open, so very familiar with the conditions. So yeah, this is like my home ground.
Well, good luck to you and your team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back, and we're here at the Central Broad Regional Park semi-final number 2. And Slender Simmons on strike. He hits this down the ground, immediately runs here. That's 6 runs. Just as the fans are settling into their seats, Simmons drives this over the infield, and that's a maximum. Let me welcome another big 6 hitter next to me, Ivor the Great.
Did you say 6 eater?
I'm not speaking of Jerry.
Well, what a way to start in the one chase.
Simmons off the mark with 6. It's just crashed away through the offside for 4. Just given room, he was able to clear the levers, and Simmons crashes this away. 10 without loss after 2 deliveries.
Yeah, that was a poor delivery, the second one, in which he just picked his spot. He got back in the back foot and banged it to the offside, all along the ground. A good-looking shot, well-timed. He didn't even move.
Well, Hamza Tahir, welcome to Central Broad Regional Park. 10 without loss after 2 deliveries. A 6 and a 4. So the left-arm orthodox, he will be looking to take it away from Simmons. Get him to play through the offside. Well, he has been playing through the offside, but the length has been all wrong, as well as the line. Simmons
covers up.
Well, you can see Simmons there just looking and preparing to go down the ground. And in the end, he respects a good delivery.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the 2 men that are stationed outside the 30-yard circle. This time he's in the air. It's going to go high. It's going to go far and beyond the boundary ropes for yet another US Open maximum.
Well, that was a 12. That one went way beyond the boundary, and that takes the score along now to 16 without loss. Simmons in a no-nonsense mood. He goes again. That's another. Lendell Simmons has started with 3 6s and a 4 of the first 5 deliveries. That one could have brought down an American Airlines jet. So high it went.
Yes, I will look to see if I seen a stewardess or somebody there, because it was hit mightily high into the air and way beyond the boundary ropes. Simmons is on fire. He reminds me of one Jimbo Cornwall yesterday displaying and raining 60s here at the County Stadium.
Target is 172. He's in again, and Simmons will be disappointed with that. His left foot was not down the right line. He was pulling away to get room, and of course he missed that. I was just about to say Tahir loves those strokes. He kept on tossing it up. 22 without loss at the end of the first over. It means that the US All-Stars have 19 overs to get 150.
Yes, it's a good start here. Remember, the winner of this game would stay, and they would be playing against the Cavalier 22 yards.
There goes Milton Taylor driving around the ground. He has produced a good track. As I said before earlier on today, this track is pregnant with runs. And you're seeing that, 172, and already US All-Stars 22 without loss. Remember, the man of the match gets 500 US. So that is enticing in itself. In the semifinals. Makes Ivor regret that he stopped playing.
Yeah, it seems as if they want to pull me out of retirement. Dollars, I would say dollars a roll. Well, it's Griffiths who is keeping company with Simmons. He fielded well. Now he's got time to wheel the wheel out. That one kept a tad low, and they took Griffiths there off by surprise, I guess.
Yeah, he was the man of the match in their final preliminary round game, and that was against the Yankee Royals. Griffith on that occasion just pushing at it, but to be fair to him, and Ivor called it right, that delivery kept low. It's Safian Sharif. Again, another good delivery. Slower one now, and beats the outside edge. So Griffith could prove to be a good foil here for Simmons. If that's the mood Simmons is in, Griffith may well knock it around.
Yeah, Simmons is having a word with him now, probably telling him, just don't worry about those 2-dot deliveries. We'll make up for that. And just knock it around and get your eye in. You know, most time batters go on out and leave the eyes in the pavilion.
So Safian Sharif is a good bowler. That one rushes on to Griffith. He was looking to hit that over Kutsa's head, who's in at short mid-wicket, because beyond him, acres of space.
Yes, indeed. And he was badly lined outside the leg, so it was a free hit of some sort there. But he missed out. He's yet to score. He has sucked up some 3 deliveries, but nothing to worry about. They got all of 22 from the bat of Lendl Simmons.
That's a good delivery. So Sharif is keeping Griffith quiet here at the moment. He wants a change of Willow.
It doesn't feel right in his hands, I guess. He still has the bat with that 4 inches Willow. So I guess it's just not feeling right. The balance is just not right on a Monday morning. How often would you have played the finals on a Monday? First time in the US Open.
Yep. This is hooked away, and it's going to go over the ropes now for 6.
Top heads.
Well, he sends the bat back. This is so funny. There's Keswick Williams going out with 2 bats. All of a sudden, Griffith hits a 6. And sends a message to Keswick, take the bat back.
Next one, maybe it's another one. He's still trying to say something to him.
Well, if it was me, I would not have changed that bat, because that sent one all the way for 6.
Maybe it's a change of glove.
Sammy drives. Bit of a misfield there at the mid-off. It's the end of the over, and I think this is Ivor's favorite time.
Cup of tea. Let's see if we can have some tea along with some coffee. Mr. Wadil Alman. There it is. And I like the mushroom kind. You can have it in coffee, you can have it in tea. But I only have 2 eyes. But when you come to the cup of tea, you have a 3rd eye chai. Yes. And it's never a bad time not to have a cup of tea. So it's all happening here at the Broward County Stadium. Finals on a Monday, but first up is the semi-finals. It's a decider to know who will meet the Cavalier 22 Stars.
Yeah, well, the All-Stars are 28 without loss. Simmons 22, Griffith 6. Simmons, that Tahir experiment didn't work. It's going to be Kamu Levrock who's going to take the attack on now. And Simmons murdered Tahir in that first over.
Yes, so murdered. Is there going to be a trial?
Well, if there was, I think Simmons' case will be called after that of Raheem Cornwall.
Yes, Cornwall would have realized some 43 runs coming out of an over.
And Deshaun Qureshi is walking on how they say it, on a thin knife's edge. The way he bats as well.
Yes.
So some big hitters here. It's going to be Levrock, and Levrock is one of those bowlers that you would not be afraid of him, but he mixes it up nicely, has variety, squirted away on the offside.
So dot to Simmons to start this over number 3. So you have to say good beginning here for Levrock. Trying to level the playing field because Simmons really got off to a flyer there. The equation is not a bad one, 144 to get from 107 deliveries. Simmons
crashes this one through the offside, 1 bounce into the boundary for 4. Over pitch delivery. Once they go in the zone, in the hitting zone, he's not going to spare them.
Yes, because he's giving him width, and once he can extend his arms, once he gets it in the middle and they're coming sweetly out of the middle. He's getting all his runs from the top end. Maybe that's his favorite end to bat.
Live, that one was cracked away. Simmons really, he's in a no-nonsense mood on this Monday afternoon, sorry. What better to do than on a Monday?
Monday's a lazy day, but we're having lovely cricket here. Oh, naughty. He had just put the cover sweeper for that shot that was placed in the offside, and he bowls one down the leg side. So the two men outside of the 30-yard circle, one is down at mid-wicket and one is on the cover sweeper boundary.
Well, Simmons loves to go down the ground, so they have to consider that as well. And it's going to be Lev Rock. This one goes for 4. Simmons throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at that one. It took the top edge into the boundary for 4. He has raced on to 30 and chasing 172. That's a big total. You have to maximize the power play, and this is exactly what they're doing, Ivor.
Yes, indeed. Like you said, Simmons, if he continues, he's going to score in every direction on this playing field, because this one went over the wicketkeeper's head. So that's a place you're not going to put a fielder. So Simmons is on song, already into the 30s, just 9 deliveries.
Ooh. Simmons made a tremendous offer on that one.
It was a slow delivery, so good thinking there by the bowler. He would have long into his shot before the ball would have gone past him. So let's hope that Simmons does not jerk his shoulder out. It's a pity he didn't come through in the World Cup here, because I always like this young man.
Well, Lionel Simmons did in 2016 when all seemed lost for the West Indies in that semi-finals against India. He won the game. This is all timing. Jelani Seals can just retrieve that. He never hit that hard. He just drove it through the offside. It was all timing and bat presentation.
He must have heard me. He said, I wonder if he's going to jerk his shoulder out. He said, no, I can go easy peasy and get my boundaries. That was a good-looking shot out of the middle.
All placement.
Timing.
So it's 13 in this over so far, and it hasn't ended. No one is being spared.
Well, let's see if Simmons can get all of his 51s from one end. He'll be a first. And he's cutting for 6. It was a tennis shot.
Yep, it was short. He got back. This track is not the quickest, and he was just able to crash it down the ground for 6. That was impressive.
Yeah, that's like tennis, and you put it right in the far corner, painting the lines. And I think not only would Simmons need a rest, I think we here need to look at something on the TV. Maybe we can go house shopping.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit maqgroup.com.
With a partnership of 47, Simmons is going gung-ho. 40 from 12.
It's over 15 runs and over, Ivor.
Yes, I'm telling you. And Griffith has contributed that one hitting boundary 6. So he has 5 dots to him. So Simmons is doing the heavy lifting at this time.
Rollins. Well, Griffith didn't know too much about that.
So it's a bye. He missed everything. And that one bounced over the sticks. The first delivery he faced was a tad low, and this one bounced right over the sticks. If that was the one that kept low, it would have crashed into middle stump. Well, Wallen's looking for the first wicket here. They're looking for a breakthrough. But Simmons from this end, naughty. So wide down the leg side, and those are going to be called every day of the week and twice on a Monday.
As I said before, what better to do on a Monday than come to the cricket? Simmons drive, square for 4. That's a gorgeous shot.
Ooh, I'm telling you, oh, glorious. And don't think it's just all bushwhacking here. These are proper cricketing shots. Proper. These are coming out of the coach's manual. Square driven.
It brings up the 50 in the 4th over.
Could we see the 93 runs in the power play erased?
Well, it was scored against them, so they will want to erase that.
Oh, beautiful delivery to get Simmons to cover up with this one in a defensive plot. He said, next time I'll cut it out of the park. You could see him saying, I'll lift that next time if you come back there. Let's see.
And he drives again. A brilliant bit of fielding there at point. Had that gone past him, would have gone for 4.
Yes, because the boundary riders, only 2 men permitted outside of the circle. One is in the long off and deep mid wicket down the leg side, wayward again. And I did say they called it twice on Monday, so I got my call twice on a Monday. Legs down, wide down the leg side. .118 from 98 deliveries. Simmons is working this one off the legs but can't score. Griffith thought it was the end of the over. He was coming down to meet Simmons, but was sent back.
So just easing into their work here now. 55 without loss after 4. 117 required now in 16 overs. That should not be difficult once they keep wickets in hand.
That's a stroll in the park here from here. It's a good pitch. It's a lightning fast outfield. And I think what Simmons and the All-Stars are trying to do is to maybe make light work of this, knowing that the finals is yet to come and they're going to have to leave something in the tank.
Yeah, so they want to take a rest. The good thing about it is that they're batting now, so the fast bowlers are taking a rest right now in the dugout.
Yes, the feed is up. Did you have a report on Kedrick Williams? We know he would have hurt himself taking a beautiful catch.
I think he's coming along nicely. He's available to play. He's actually
suited up. I've seen him. So, okay, we wish the young man well. But you know what, I think the tournament is of a high standard. We're going to soon have to have these masseuse on hand to give these guys a little rub and make sure that they stay fit. It's something they're accustomed to. So that's something the administrators are going to have to look into. Maybe have one on cue, or maybe a physician.
Simmons on 45. He's back and pulls this. A lovely bit of fielding there by Kutsa.
Yes, the skipper's leading from the front. He knocked it down and he would have been in business there, Simmons, that is, and the All-Stars once he would have gone past him, because it seems as if the outfield have sped up something, somehow. It would have been going downhill, you know, it would have been going downhill for 4.
Yep.
At this point yesterday, Cornwall was on 62 from 18. Simmons is on 45. 1 strike away. Outside.
Delivery outside the off. Somebody was looking to crash it square. So not teeing off nicely in this over.
And as you would say, he threw the kitchen sink at that one, but just that he missed it. Again, he's bowling outside the off stump, but the boundary riders are backward square leg and mid wicket. I'm not setting any field for any bad delivery. Those 2 men are just there for the bad delivery, but he's been bowling outside off. Place the boundary riders outside of the 30-yard circle. Put them in the offside.
Still no run there for Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons has been kept quiet in this over. So we have to give the bowlers some credit to keep Simmons, who is in a no-nonsense mood, to have kept him quiet for all of 3 deliveries. I think that's good bowling by any standard by Sharif. So encouraging signs here for the Florida Scorpions. They need to sting one of these batters and get him out. Oh, Simmons is pulling, and he's pulling well.
That's his half century. Simmons reaches his half century of 21 deliveries. It's 61 without loss.
Yeah, it was a poor delivery. It was back pitched, and Simmons just got on the back foot as that one sat up nicely. And he swung it and picked his spot. Remember, the boundary riders are in that area, but he was not bothered by the deep mid-wicket. He pushed it into the cow corner and got the just reward.
Look at that current run rate. It's 13.1. Are we still in the power play? Oh, what a shot there by Lendl Simmons. That is 4. Again, all timing and placement.
Point had another chance. Cover point had another chance. The point is still standing with his legs spread apart.
What's the point of that?
As if to say, I can't do nothing with that. It was well placed to my right, to cover point left, and Simmons drove that one. Good looking shot.
Simmons is 55. He has raced off the blocks here.
And it was not a bad delivery, so I don't want anyone to think it's poor bowling. That one was a good delivery, but was better bat. Simmons is in song. Can we see the first century?
He's back and cuts this. How do you describe this shot now? That's 6 runs.
That's a scuff off.
The man tails away and cuts it over cover for 6. 71 without loss after 5. And let me leave Ivor with Sasha to take you over to the next 5 overs or so.
My word, huh? I have to catch my breath because Simmons here is on fire. Do we have to call the fire brigade? While with it, do we have to call 911? It's a good time to take a break.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
Well, welcome back to the proceedings here. And with that, we are going to be welcoming Sasha Graves. Sasha, I have to catch my breath. Simmons has put on a display here all of 61 runs from 23 deliveries.
Yeah, he's been looking really good right now. He's on fire at the moment. And it's up to the Scorpions now to get the breakthrough. And not sure what happened there. It looked like he hit it to the keeper.
No, attempted stumping.
Yeah.
But his foot was well grounded behind those painted lines there.
Yeah, there you go. Quick from Simpson, but he was safe. And good running there from the All-Stars. Getting a single. There was a little bit of an overthrow. Thought about the double, but stick with just the one. And 72 for no loss after 5.2 overs.
Yes, Simmons has been doing the heavy lifting. He has gone to 61 from 23. Remember, the target is 172. We want to say good day to all of the viewers on the MAQ TV. And as usual, we ask you to tell your neighbors and tell your friends to tune in. And it's a Monday, and what you're seeing on TV, it's coming to you live from the Broward County Stadium. This is the second semi-final match of the event.
And here comes Rawlins back into the attack. Lendl Simmons goes again at him, but this has gone high in the air, and there are men running towards it, but it's going to drop nicely in between them. So Lendl Simmons has managed to get away with that one, but 2 more added to his name.
Yeah, a miscue there. 1. They would have run 1, That brings Griffith on strike, just one.
And while we're saying hello to people around the world, Mr. and Mrs. Crace, I know you're listening in, so big hello to you as well.
And they're over in the great UK, I would imagine.
They are indeed, yep. Cold, wet UK at the moment. So rather jealous of me out here in Flory Sunada.
Oh,
said
my
that one
word.
wrong.
They're jealous of you. Oh, there's a quick single here. As this one was pushed to the right of the bowler, and good backing up there by Simmons. Eager to get on strike, but he just had that one delivery left in this over. It's been a good over so far for Rollins. Just 3 coming from it with 2 dots. Well, let's see if the boundary hitting would continue.
Last ball of the power play coming up here. And Simmons again has a good swing at that. And they're going to finish with a single. So after 6 overs, the US All-Stars 75 for no loss, 97 to win off 84 balls. Lendl Simmons looking really good here. And time for a quick Mad Hatter tea break.
Yes, the Mad Hatter tea break. We do serve coffee as well. It's a tea company. And you too should get in on a Mad Hatter tea. I can tell you there's never a bad time to have a cup of Mad Hatter tea. Mr. Lenny Archibald is over in New York. It's cold over there, you know. I could imagine that he's having a Mad Hatter coffee tea break at this time.
And I've heard that the lovely doctor who was with us as well in comms has just made it safely back to Chicago. So big shout out to Dr. Nilesh.
Yes, indeed. He would have graced us with his presence here for the last couple of days, but I guess Judy called, so he would have left us this morning, and Sasha would have broke the good news that he have landed safely. So it's going to be a bowling change. We're going to have McLeod. He's going to be taking up the attack from the southern end, sporting the number 85 on his back. Oh, and he starts with a wayward delivery down the leg side. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Yeah, not what Callum McLeod would have wanted to start his over with. Lendl Simmons just watches that go behind his back and isn't bothered by it at all.
And Lyndon Simmons goes again, and he goes over the man stationed at the long off position, and away she goes for another US Open maximum.
Yeah, Lendl Simmons is looking really dangerous here at the moment, and we haven't seen 100 yet from any batsman in the tournament. And without trying to curse him here, Lendl Simmons is looking on track for that.
Yes, indeed. Like we say, he's doing the heavy lifting, and he has gone on to 69 from just 26 deliveries.
90 to win off 83 balls. It's looking pretty easy here for the All-Stars.
Easy peasy.
The Scorpions are going to have to do something about this. They're going to need to get the breakthrough. They're going to need to get Simmons out if they're in a chance of winning this semi-final.
Oh, wide down the leg side again. So the Raiders gone off. The wheels are coming off here for the Scorpions. They're not stinging at all.
Yeah, Callum McLeod not having the best start at all here. Let's see what he can do with this delivery. And that is hit nicely down onto the offside, and that is going to trickle all the way to the boundary. So not good from McLeod here, and great batting from Lendl Simmons. Watch that one more time.
Yes, he didn't time it as well as he would have liked, but he got enough on it. And I'm saying the boundary riders now are in the offside. We have all 3 of them, and 2 are going to be in the onside. So they're pulling up the man from the deep backward square leg, and they're putting the cover sweeper. And we have an extra cover and long off down the leg side again. So that's the 3rd one in the over. He forgot that he has to bowl the ball within those white painted lines.
Yeah, this isn't good from the Scorpions here.
They're giving it away. Extras has helped along the way. And now a wide outside the off stump. So his radar has really gone off.
Yeah, Callum McLeod batted nicely in their innings and has not got off to a good start with the ball.
No.
14 off just 2 balls, 2 legal balls. And he's got a lot to come back with here.
And Simmons goes again, this time into the onside, and that's the biggest one yet. And up goes the arms of umpire Jermaine Lindo. Who needs Jenny Craig when the umpires can be doing their own exercise?
Yeah, the All-Stars who were sitting there in their base camp had to duck there for cover. That came a really long way back. And Callum McLeod, 20 off 3 legal balls. This is not looking like a good over for the Florida Scorpions here.
And Simmons is trying to get 100 in this over, if you ask me. He's just 21 away from that. Outside the off stump, he allows this one to go through. It's a legal delivery. It was not wide of the mark, but Simmons was not interested.
So top score in the tournament so far has been 84. Simmons 79, so 5 away from joining him.
This one. But there's coverage in the sweeper position as he ambles through for a single. And Sash, the player of this match, gets $500 US.
Yeah, Lendl Simmons is looking good for that one at the moment if the All-Stars win.
I think he would have done enough because any batter comes behind after that, I don't think they're going to get to 80. And it's just not 80, it's the way how he got to his 80. Good looking stroke, and this time Griffith flicks one off the pads and he's going to amble through for a single.
10 balls bowled by McLeod in that over, 22 runs from it. Not sure we'll be seeing much more of McLeod after that, but at the end of the 7th over, US All-Stars 97 for none. Time to take a quick break.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information visit maqgroup.com.
Well, both batters are getting a little refreshment and well deserved. Simmons doing the heavy lifting here, 80 from 30, 20 away from what will be the first century of this, the 13th edition of the US Open.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 84 has been the top score so far, and Simmons looking like he's going to try and top that one today. He's looking good. And big shout out again to my younger brother, Jack. I know he is watching from England as well and didn't want to miss out on the shout outs. So, hello, Jack. I hope you're well.
All right, and that's from all of us here in the Comox and from all of South Florida, sunny South Florida. You don't want to rub it in, but we're bathed in sunshine here while you're over there in rainy, snowy England.
I don't think it's snowing just yet, but it's definitely cold. And I think people would probably quite like a snowy Christmas. It's always nice to have a white Christmas. I doubt you get many white Christmases over here. It is lovely, sunny weather. And it has been a great week here for me, sitting in the sun, watching some great cricket.
Well, Jelani Seal is the one who has been inserted into the attack, and this one goes just over the head of the short mid-wicket, but it brings Lendl Simmons on strike. So Griffith has gone to double figures now. He has only sucked up 13 deliveries. Lendl Simmons has been doing the bulk of the scoring. He has been receiving the majority of the balls as well. We're just 2 away from 100. Simmons is just 20 away from 100. So the hundreds are hovering around here. Maybe can we realize both of them in this over?
It would be a big ask, but not impossible. We've seen some big overs so far. They are well ahead of the required run rate. They're going at 13.7 and over, and they just require 5.5. So it's looking pretty easy here for the All-Stars, who are going at a pretty quick rate at the moment. 98 off just 7.1 overs. Partnership now of 98. They haven't lost any wickets, and it's looking like they don't want to as well.
Well, this is an impressive response to the Scorpions total. Well, Simmons is flicking this one here, but there's coverage down there on the mid-wicket region for a single. It was full pitch. I'm sure we'll see that again. He just flicked it away nicely for a single.
So they need less runs than balls, 73 to win off 76. And as I said before, it's looking like a cruise for the All-Stars at the moment.
Well, they're one away from the 100. Griffiths will be the one on strike, and he's going to bring up the 100, with swinging this one down to the deep fine leg position, and the 100 comes up for the US All-Stars for no loss.
Yeah, this is a great start from the All-Stars. As we said, semi-final number 2. We saw the Cavaliers beat the Clarion County Eagles last night by just 1 run. It was a hugely exciting game, right down to the wire. And semi-final number 2, this game right now, was set up to be another epic game, but the All-Stars are looking well in control right now as Seals comes in for his 4th delivery of the over. And that is not timed well by Simmons, who's been seeing the cricket ball like a beach ball, but mistimes that one, and it will be a dot ball for Seals.
Yeah, it was pitched outside the leg stump, but he was trying to hit it between mid-wicket and long on in the cow corner area, but he missed. Cannon into the pad, no peel, no damage done. So we had dot ball to Lendl Simmons. Oh, and this one was a slow delivery. Cut him in half, and you see the big smile on Seals, coming from Seals. Yeah, you'll see it in the replay.
Yeah, he was pleased with that ball.
Yes.
Absolutely. Did Simmons there. And he stays on 81 off 33 deliveries now.
I think Simmons should play for the 100. I mean, there's time. He's trying to get the cricket in a hurry, but I'll take my time and get my 100 with this next 19. But he's not going to do that because he's going to get another boundary here. Square driven. Came off the outer portion of the bat, but another boundary for Simmons.
Yeah, and he now becomes the top scorer of the 13th edition of the US Open. He moves on to 85 runs. 84 was the highest we'd seen so far, and Simmons just cruising to 85 at the moment. That brings up the 104 for the All-Stars. Just after 8 overs. I mean, this is an incredible performance from the All-Stars so far, really.
Yes, this is like carnage. We'll stay through the commercial break. Last night, you would have said that Navine was within touching distance. I think he got to, 78, 79? And just as you would have said it, the commentator's curse came down, and he was a goner.
Yeah, I thought Narayan was going to be the one to top score in the tournament, and he just fell short. Luckily, Simmons did not fall to my commentator's curse, and he moves on to 85 off 34.
Yes, but Narayan batted beautifully last night, to be honest with you. He really took them within touching distance, and to lose by 1-1.
Yeah, devastating for the Clarion County Eagles. They did play back-to-back games, and I just wonder if that meant they just lost a little bit of energy towards the end and just couldn't get over the line.
Yes.
But Somerset Cavaliers, 22 yards. They were thrilled with the win. They haven't lost a game so far in the tournament, and it looks at the moment that they will be facing the US All-Stars, who will also have to go back-to-back later today.
Yeah, I think you can call it, but legwork to continue, and Griffith is hitting this one in the air, 1 bounce over the long off position. So he too joins the party, and he moves on to 15 from 15.
Yeah, that was a really nicely timed shot there by Griffith. And Leverock, the Bermudian, I believe that's what they're called, Bermudian?
Yes, yes.
He is 23 off his 1.1 balls, 1.1 overs so far.
Well, this is over number 9, 108 for no loss. Oh, and this time he's playing one of your favorite shots, and you're going to get just reward for it. Maybe? No?
Yeah, good fielding there. He's managed to stop the ball just before it hit the ropes. So I think it was just the one from it in the end.
Yes, just the one. He thought he got it good enough to get a boundary, but Simmons was the one who was coming to the danger end. In the end, he had to just jog home. But that's a good bit of feeling there.
Yeah, really, really slick out there in the deep. And as we said, just the one from it. They were overly confident that that was going to go over the line. And as we saw, it didn't. But it does mean that danger man Lendl Simmons is on strike here. 85 so far. Let's see what he can do with this ball, and it is played nicely, but long on is there. And I believe he stopped that, and he's done a good job there.
I think he may have touched the rope with ball in hand. We'll watch that again. We'll watch that again.
No, he's done really well.
It's done really well. Yes, he did not touch the rope.
That looks like the Irishman, Harry Tector, down in the deep. And he felt like he was about to go over the line, so did really well to just throw the ball back into the safety of the inside rope and stop the boundary.
Yes. I think winning here is just academic, and all eyes are going to be on Simmons to get this next 14 runs to become the first one in the 13th edition of this US Open to get to 100. So the Nelson's on the board. You have to stand on one leg. 1-1-1 for no loss, Sasha.
So Simmons will be facing Leverock here. 2 more balls left of the over. Simmons 86 not out. And that's going to be a wide, so that's going to take them off the Nelson. 112 up for the All-Stars.
So I can put my feet down now.
Yeah, all safe.
Okay, it's safe. Safe to do.
We have seen 1 or 2 wickets fall at the Nelson over the course of the week, and so better safe than sorry.
Yes, indeed. I would love to see Simmons get 100 here in the US Open. It's getting bigger and bigger and better, I dare say. Simmons is pulling this one here, and he's splitting the wide mid-wicket and the long one. It goes for 1 bounce 4.
Yeah, he placed that ball really nicely. Let's watch that again. The fielders were both running around, and we've seen a couple of times where the fielders have been trying to chase a ball and left it for one another, resulting in a boundary, but neither of those fielders were anywhere close to getting that ball there. So Lendl Simmons into the 90s, 90 for 36.
Yes, indeed. Where he faces now, down the leg side. He's working this one off the legs for a single. He'll keep strike. He's on to 91 now. Like it said, maybe it's a good time to get us a break because we're going to see some fireworks, maybe 100 in the next over. So let's take a break, Sash. It's time for a Mad Hatter coffee and tea break. And folks, there's never a bad time in which you should not have a cup of Mad Hatter tea. Mr. Lenny Archibald, he has walked with 2 bags of the Mad Hatter tea, and he's going to be having some tea over there in New York because it's very, very cold over in New York. So a cup of tea. Well, all action. Lendl Simmons is on strike. Lendl Simmons is on 91. US All-Star is on 117. But that is of little interest right now, as we are probably going to see the first century of this tournament with Lendl Simmons with the willow in hand. And I think it's going to be tie here. Let's see if he's going to be under the gun. Sasha, your voice is going to be here just in case Simmons get to that 100. So be mindful of that.
Yeah, Tahir goes for 22 off his first over. Not the best start for him, not the best start for the Scorpions, but all bowlers have been expensive so far. They're going at 13 and over the All-Stars, only requiring 5 and over moving forward. And Simmons just nudges that away, but straight to the fielder, so no run to start the over. No pressure here for the All-Stars. They can just push it away and get the singles and doubles whenever they need. As I say, just 5 required off every over. And again, straight back to the fielder out in the offside. Good feedback there from Lenny. I'm glad he's enjoying his tea back home.
Let me see if I can do the laugh like Lenny, because he just sent it in here. I'm going to try to do it as long as he's written it. He. Lendl Simmons is into the offside, and he whacks this one down to the right of the cover sweeper, and he did not even move. He knew the placement was right. The timing was right. And there he goes. He is on to 95. 1 strike away from what would be the first US Open century in this the 13th edition. Sasha, all yours.
And mistimed that shot a little bit. Simmons there gets a single from it. He moves on to 96, and it will be Trevon Griffith facing the last ball before the halfway mark. Target 172 for the All-Stars, so only 50 more to get. And this is just a walk in the park for them. No loss as of yet. So partnership of 122. This is definitely the biggest partnership we've seen so far in the tournament. And Florida Scorpions are just struggling hugely here. Not sure what they're going to do to get a wicket.
And Griffith is playing the role. You see what happened there? Griffith could have pushed that ball off for a single. But what he did, in team-like fashion, he just tapped it back to the bowler so that Lyndon Simmons can remain on strike. We're going to stay with you. 50 to win from 60 balls, but like we say, that's of academic interest, really. Everyone is just looking at Lyndon Simmons. So don't you go away, folks, because you may blink and miss the 100. Stick and stay on MAQ TV. And I know Leon Francis is glued right now to the TV and the cricket show, and this one is going to be recorded. My bet is that Lyndon Simmons is going to get 100 in this over.
Let's hope we haven't jinxed it here. 96 Simmons is on currently of just 42 deliveries. He's been excellent, and the US All-Stars are cruising through for the win here in semi-final number 2. Day number 8 of the US Open, and after just 10 overs, the All-Stars 122 for no loss.
Simmons might very well just make the 100 and come on out and just put his feet up, but he wouldn't want to do that. He still have to take one for the team. I know there's going to be another match because the winner stays and the loser goes home. $500 on the card for the player of this match. Simmons on strike. Oh, and it's a good delivery. Had some movement in the air, and Simmons was, as a matter of fact, he was looking to work it for a single. Yes, he's not worried about getting it in boundaries. See, it was a good-looking ball there.
Yeah, that straightened up on Simmons. And as you say, he was trying to get the single from it, or just any runs, and couldn't. So good start from Seals here in his second over. That's what he was trying to do in the first delivery. Gets a single from it, and he moves on to 97.
Yes.
So Griffith coming back on strike. He's 17, not for 18.
And now Simmons going to look to get back up at the striker's end. So Griffith's duty now is to push it around for a single. But of course, if the ball is there to be hit, he will have to hit it because the team comes first. But right now, they're in no danger of losing this match. 49 from 58. But Simmons is the one with a landmark. 100 in any game, and this is an official game, gonna mean a lot. It doesn't matter how many you get. There it is. He would have done his work. He's playing the role. Griffith is playing the role. While Simmons is doing the heavy lifting, he's the one who is guiding the ship.
Yeah, partnership now of 124. Griffith has only got 18 out of those runs. Lyndon Simmons on 97, and he will be facing Seals now. As we say, just one swing and he's going to reach the elusive century. We haven't seen any of those so far, so this is going to be an exciting ball from Seals here.
Yes, he's one strike away. Outside the off stump and plays it back. Beach ball, cricket out. Bounce ball, back to the bowler. Simmons is in no hurry to get this. He just wants to get it, but he's into the nervous 90s. We're into over number 11. Seals it is. Bowls to Simmons. And Simmons is going hard at this one outside the off stump. He misses. So once it's in his half, he's going to go. But this time he was touching down just outside off stump, coming back into the batsman. But Simmons' feet was planted. He needed to just move across one. But he was really going for glory there. And he just gathers himself. Took a walk to the square leg position. Now he's back in his stance. these 3 runs seem to be so hard to get. Sasha is just looking and holding her breath. This time it's full and it's playing it back to the bowler. It's a no ball. It is a no ball call here from Jermaine Lindo. And I'm sure you're going to see that again. Seals. Yes, he has overstepped. Front foot, no ball. So Simmons have been given a free rein now to go down the ground. So I think you're going to try to go for glory with this one. Sash, your voice should be on here so you can take it radio style. He comes in and the bowls go all the way.
Yeah, Seals in for the last ball of his over. And big swing from Lendl Simmons, and that is a top edge, and it's going to go for 4. And that is Simmons' 100. He goes to 101 off 48, and that is the first 100 of the competition. 100 for Lendl Simmons, and that has been an exceptional batting performance from him.
And now Griffith takes the bat to say, I was a part of this, man. At least let me hold the bat.
Yeah, just making sure there's nothing special on there. Griffith
Well,
just checking it out, making sure it's intact, ready to get the rest of the runs so that the All-Stars can get the victory that they will be looking for here. The 100 here is really important, and obviously they want to win the semi-final, but it's not over yet. The final is yet to be played against the Cavaliers, and they haven't lost a game, as we've mentioned before, so it's going to be a tough final for the All-Stars.
Yes, well, I'm not the adjudicator, but I can say safely that $500 is in Lendl Simmons' bank account.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a question as to who is going to win this one today. And Griffith, as you say, playing a really important role, supporting Simmons here. And that was the end of the 11th over. And we move on to the 12th. So after the first ball, the US All-Stars 129, no loss. Lendl Simmons 101, not out.
And it was a beautiful inning. If you can get the boundaries, he would have hit quite a few maximum along the way. That's where we're missing Lenny Archibald. He would have been telling us right now how many sixes in the tournament and how many would have gone in this match as well. So Lenny, you've been missed at this juncture. For real. Have to give you kudos. He keeps stabbing these things as we go along. 130 comes up for no loss. 42 to get from 51. And we call that easy peasy. Okay, Lendl is going big again. He goes down on one knee and hits this one over the long on position for yet another US Open maximum.
Yeah, Hamza Tahir not happy with that. You can see him just looking a bit dejected as he walks back to the top of his run-up. The fielder is having to go a long way to go and get that ball. There you go, bouncing a long way away. And while we wait for the ball to come back, time to take a really quick Mad Hatter tea break.
Yes, of course. Well, Lenny, you're going to be having another Mad Hatter tea break. And it's always a good time to have a Mad Hatter tea. A cup of tea is always on the card, especially after Lendl Simmons would have gone gung-ho and have reached 107 from only 49 deliveries. And he's going bigger. This one is going shopping. He has gone towards the Sawgrass Mills, and there he goes right into the maze. Okay, I can tell you, it has left the ground. I'll leave it at that.
2 sixes in a row from Tahir, and he's still got one delivery to go at the end of the 12th over. US All-Stars 142 for no loss. 30 to win off 49 balls. And as we keep saying, this is a walk in the park for the All-Stars.
A stroll in the park. I mean, you're upping the ante with a walk. This is just a stroll in the park. Simmons is unsung here. 113 from just 50 deliveries. Balls round the wicket, and Simmons is driving. And he's going to get just one as there's cover sweeper. And a good-looking stroke there again as the over comes to an end. So Simmons again will be on strike. And Sasha, I can tell you, we are trying to catch our breath in the com box. Simmons has really put on a display here. He's put on a clinic. 114 from only 51 deliveries, and take nothing away from Trevor Griffith. He has not sucked up deliveries. He has played to keep Simmons on the hunt. He's on 19 of 22, but some of those deliveries he could have maybe, carted off the park, especially when Simmons was in the 90, but he was playing for him. And you see what he did after Simmons would have got his century? He held the bat and said, I was a part of this.
Seals back into the attack now. He's been pretty good, 14 off his first 2 overs. And they're going to need to keep it really economical now.
Good delivery again outside the off-stump. Seal has been bowling well. I mean, the century came up off his bowling. It was an edge, but there was no slip and there was no fine third man. So the century, that was the century ball. It was a good delivery, and he's followed it up in his following over with a dot.
Simmons on the strike, facing Seals. Tried to go for the big swing there, and that has gone back to John Simpson, who is wicket-keeper. Another dot, so 2 dots to start the 13th over. Good from Seals here.
Yes, Seals is bowling well, and it's a pity that the bowlers up front, they were wayward, they were straight, there was a lot of extras, a lot of wides, and then they got into Simmons' arc, and Simmons really made good use of some loose bowling up front. But Seals now is the pick of the ball again. Simmons looking for that off drive and misses ball, missing stumps as well. Is coming back into the batsman. I think Griffith should have a little talk with Lyndon. He's gathered his thoughts, asked the square leg umpire how many more deliveries left.
Yeah, he's not picking Seals at the moment.
No. It'd be nice for him to come out with a not out, just take it all the way and let the batters who are in the hut stay with the feet up. Okay, this time he's going in the air. There's a man down there. He's running around, takes the catch. Simmons goes. Like we said, Seal's been bowling very, very well, keeping the ball just outside the off stump. So, well played by Simmons, and he's going to get a handshake here from Griffiths. Oh, he's off camera now. They're replaying it. I catch the outer half of the bat. And even though it's just the first wicket, it's the biggest partnership of the tournament, 143 for no loss. So well played Simmons. He's on camera now, walking back to the dugout. And I'm sure he would have had something left in the tank for the final game, because he's definitely going to be in the finals. There is no way that the US All-Star can lose this. You want to go?
And in comes Qureshi. He has played some lovely innings so far in the tournament, and not a lot to do to finish off this game, but I'm sure he will come out swinging from ball 1. And I welcome Vinod into the commentary box with me. Welcome back, Vinod.
Thanks a lot, Sasha. I was just having a cup of tea, before I came on. And so it's a sensational century by Leonard Simmons, and he will definitely be front runner to pocket that 500 US Man of the Match award that is sponsored by Cricket Council USA.
Yeah, Seals getting the wicket there, and he has been the pick of the Florida Scorpions bowlers so far. 14 runs off his 2.4 overs, and obviously the wicket of Simmons, which was very important for the Scorpions. They didn't want to lose by 10 wickets, and they won't do so far.
So Jelani Seals has come back well after 1 over, went for 43 yesterday. The young man coming back well. He is 1 for 14 in 2.4. Here's to Griffith now. Griffith places away nicely down to backward point, and you can see the Scorpions, they're looking to fight back. And at this stage, if they do fight back, it will be the greatest ever comeback in the history of T20 cricket.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And speaking of that 43 run over yesterday, Rakeem Cornwall was the man on fire. Big man was hitting the ball left, right and centre for days, it seemed. And that was a bit like Lendl Simmons just now. And Qureshi on strike, and he swipes that away to the offside boundary. Man out there, so they'll just get the single.
Well, that was actually Griffith. Qureshi hasn't faced as yet. But I think it has been a long week.
Apologies for that one. It will now be Qureshi on strike.
Well, not just yet, Sash. It's the end of the over. I know it has been a long week.
Do apologise.
You're in form, aren't you?
Been a little bit distracted by all the big hitting out there.
Yeah, well, it's 144 for 1, 13 overs bowled.
That was a really good last over. 1 run and 1 wicket from it for Seals. And he finishes his third for 1 for 15.
And Danny Khan is in the com box with us, and I'm sure he's coming to tell me to get out there in the hot sun very, very quickly. 2 o'clock. So the toss is at 2 and the final starts at 2:30. And you won't want to miss that. What better to do on a Monday than to be at a cricket ground and looking at a final?
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is where I'd like to be, and I'm sure a lot of you watching at home will be slightly envious with us sitting here in the commentary box watching cricket at this standard.
Griffith is back, goes deep into his crease, and this is going to go for 4.
Poor fielding out in the deep. He managed to get the distance and just couldn't get the body behind the ball to stop it from going over the boundary. So Griffith, now the man who has been at the crease for a long time, he is 24 off 25 deliveries. And the US All-Stars 148 for 1 after 13.1 overs. Here comes Chris Greaves again. Appealing there, but not out, says the umpire. But dot ball, which is important for the Scorpions. I think it won't really matter. The US All-Stars are probably going to win this one pretty comfortably, but in terms of personal statistics here, Chris Greaves will be happy with the dot ball.
Yeah, definitely. He will be looking to at least ease himself out without too much damage or too much additional damage. So it's going to be Qureshi. Let's see. Yesterday, he went to play a game, struck the first 4 balls for 6s. That's in the South Florida League. And got a brute of a bounce at the 5th delivery, which he tried to ramp, and it only crashed into his gloves. He was out caught behind. So he had 24-4 yesterday. Let's see how he'll go. He's not going to muck around, you know. This is Qureshi. And this is a huge hit. It goes in the air. Does it have the legs? Well, Qureshi's not going to trouble the scorers today. He's keeping his energy for the finals. It's now 149 for 2.
Yeah, watch that again. He went for a big swing and went high in the air. Thought he had a hold of it, but no, there was a man out in the deep and an easy catch in the end. So Qureshi out for a golden duck. And as you say, the US All-Stars are more than likely going to be in the finals, so just saving his energy for that. Although he does look very disappointed not to see them into the final. But only needing 3.6 and over from now on. I think they'll probably get more than that and ease their way into the final under their 20 overs. So it's going to be the tall man, Jacobus Pienaar, coming into the crease to join Griffith. The All-Stars 149 for 2, 2 balls left in the over, 23 to win off 38 balls. And Chris Greaves, as we were saying, is bowling really nicely. He's 1 for 5 off his 4 deliveries. And personally for him, this is going really nicely. But Florida Scorpions didn't get off to the best start in their bowling innings, and as much as Chris Greaves will be pleased with what he's done, the team will be disappointed not to have done more earlier in the game.
So that was short, and Griffith just went back and pulled it. Griffith hasn't been as smooth as he normally is in this innings. It has been a bit scrappy, to be honest, but he did stay with Simmons. They were able to put on a huge opening stand. It's now 150 for 2, and they're just 24 runs away, 22 runs away, and Jacobus Pienaar is there. I think the quicker they get to the victory here, Sasha, the more rest they will get before 2 o'clock, 2:30 when is the next when the final starts. It's now 1:30, so if they can probably get in, let's say the next 15 minutes or so, and come out of that heat is tremendous. That heat is like standing in a kitchen. And we all know that you don't like to stand in the kitchen. So they will want to get out there and get into the AC.
Yes, we gave a shout out to my brother Jack earlier, but I'm sure he'll want to hear from you.
Yeah, Jack is a great guy. Jack has been subbing in his apartment at home because of England's performance. Well, I hope that Lendell Simmons' 100 would have brightened his day. You know, Jack should be at this tournament. You know, want to send him an open invitation that he should be here. This is where you can see good talent and, you know, make your connections. And this is a platform that Cricket Council USA provides, not only for players to showcase, but to showcase it to who? Fellas like Jack. This is outside the off stump, played away. That one was played with the precision of a surgeon, or the precision of an old lady on a rocking chair threading a needle.
I like that analogy. You can keep that one. And that one's raced away to the boundary, as you can see.
You're taking that one back to London. Come on. Take that for Jack.
That one's going in my pocket for later. 18 runs to win now. Trevor Griffith, he is 30 off 29, so just above the 100 strike rate. He's going to want to keep this moving, but just dabbles it down for a single.
I think he'll want a nice unbeaten knock here. He's on 31, and they're just easing their way to victory. Congratulations to the Somerset Cavaliers. They're already in the finals. They are now. It's their third finals in 5 years.
Wow!
They won the title twice.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday. There was 1 year where all of the teams won the trophy. I hear it was a total washout.
Yeah, total washout, and everyone. If you look at the trophy right behind you, where Huba has been sitting for the entire day eating, you would see all teams. That was the year in fell. This is worked away down behind square. They take one. Yep.
156 for 2, the US All-Stars. Target 172. They need only 16 to win now of 33 balls. And I think Griffith is going to be the man who stays there to get them over the line, to bring them into the final. And he has played a really lovely role in the All-Stars innings today, batting nicely.
So here's Jelani Seals. And this is cracked away over the infield, and that's 6 runs. That was good timing there by Griffith. That one went over cover for 6. So Jelani Seals bowling well before that full toss, 1 for 27. He is the cousin of the West Indies fast bowler Jaden Seals. I think the West Indies played Pakistan today. Let me see if I can get an update for you on that.
So Griffith facing. And that is a good full delivery there from Seals. And looked like it went under Griffith's bat. So he stays on 37 runs. The All-Stars 162 for 2. Yeah, as you watch that. Yep. Lovely ball from Seals. Really nice and full. But the All-Stars need just 10 to win now. 10 off 31 balls.
Well, just to bring you up to date in the Pakistan game, Sasha. Pakistan, West Indies. Pakistan 200 for 6 in 20 overs with Mohammad Rizwan 78 of 52 balls, and Haider Ali 68 of 39. Muhammad Nawaz had 30 of 10. Bowling for the West Indies, Akil Hussain had 1 for 19, and Romario Shepherd 2 for 43. There was a wicket for Dominic Drakes, O'Shane Thomas, and Odin Smith. The West Indies in response to that 200, 137 all out of 19 overs, with Shea Hope getting 31 at the top of the order, Nicholas Puran 18, Rovman Powell 23, Romario Shepherd 21, Odin Smith 24. So the West Indies unfortunately going down in that opening match of the Pakistan series. Congratulations to Pakistan.
Yeah, thank you for running us through that. It's always good to keep up to date with cricket all around the world. And that is just dabbed nicely down to the third man area. they'll just get a single from it. So partnership now of 15 between these two. They don't really need to score at a rushed rate. They have not a lot of runs to get the total required. And Jacobus, the tall man, will be facing Chris Greaves. Here we go. And he just plays that away. Fielder Chris Greaves chasing his own bowling, and they get an easy 2 there.
So you think you're chasing a target of 172, it'll go down to the wire. That would not be the case on this occasion. As Griffith on 39, Simmons got 100. They have really spearheaded the US All-Stars attack, batting assault. And they are about to take their team to victory. Jacobus Pina gets one down to deep mid-wicket.
So target is 172. So they have 5 runs to win off 27 balls. And it will be Griffith facing Chris Greaves. He is halfway through his second over. And it could all be done by the end of his second over. And that is played down onto the offside. And they're just going to get the single again. So Chris Greaves has been bowling really nicely. Unfortunately, it's a losing cause here for the Scorpions. But just 11 runs off his 1.4 overs and the wicket as well. So I'm sure he'll be personally pleased with his bowling despite the loss here for the Scorpions.
It's just pulled away by Pina, and it goes all the way, I believe, for 6. Let's wait on the umpire. No, it's 4. So that takes the total on to 172, and that's the victory there for the US All-Stars. Yes, with the scoreboard not working properly. It's 172, an 8-wicket victory for the US All-Stars. They now go on to the finals where they will come up against the Somerset Cavaliers, and that takes place at 2:30. If we may just get the scoreboard from our main guy, your main guy, Roddy. So you can take it away there, Sash.
So Lendl Simmons, the man of the moment, he got 114 off 55 deliveries. First 100 we've seen in the 13th edition of the US Open. Trevon Griffith, he was not out and saw the team through for the win. He was 40 off 35 deliveries. Sishawn Qureshi, he was out for a golden duck to Chris Greaves. And Jacobus Pienaar, he was not out at the end, 8 for 5, 10 extras. And an easy win there for the US All-Stars. Let's have a look at the bowling.
Well, the bowlers didn't have much to offer today. Hamza Tahir, the destruction started with him. 3 overs, none for 41. Safian Sharif, 2 overs, none for 22. Kamu Leverock, 2 overs, none for 32. Delroy Rawlings was not that bad, 2 overs, none for 11. Callum McLeod, 1 over for 22. Jelani Seals was good, 4 overs, 1 for 28. And Chris Greaves, he was also good, 1.5, 1 for 15. We take a short break. Remember, rejoin us at 2:30 when we have the finals of the 2021 US Open. Bye for now.